Blamber Blam. Welcome. Hello. How are y'all doing? I'm really sorry that we didn't have book club last week, but I was dying. Now I'm not. So, I mean, questionable, I'm sure. I'm BurrowsRed. I'm the Dungeon Master for tonight. We are returning this week with the book club campaign. If you missed out on any of the previous episodes, don't worry. All you need to know right now is they're about to go into battle with a giant bird that has a person face. So just so that you know that, just so that you have that out there, don't believe what the tweet tells you.
Who believe what the tweet tells you?
It's about drive. It's about power.
Just to add something here, while she's saying, don't believe what the tweet says. A couple of months ago, Burrows gave me permission that everything I post on the Wisdom Saves Twitter is canon, and keeps forgetting that. So if you'd like to know what this giant bird's face looks like, just go check out our Twitter. Confirmed canon.
Yeah, I did definitely forget about that. But anyway, so go check that out on Twitter to find out the in-joke there, to be included in the in-joke. But just know that we're going into some combat tonight, so you're not going to miss much if you don't know what's going on. You can get to know our characters through the way that they punch other things / cast spells at them. First off, we have tonight, starting off with, thank you also for the $25. I really appreciate it. I love the fact that it all works now. It's great. That is going towards our Shrunk one-shot. Once we get to 250, we will do a terrible, horrible one-shot where we essentially try to recreate the movie Shrek from our entire memories. It's going to be awful, but in a great way. So, first off, we have Terra, played by Friendoboi.
I'm trying to compose myself because I completely forgot about Shrunk. And it hit me in the head. Hi, I'm Friendo. I play Terra, the half-elf paladin of vengeance. There we go. And I will be moonlighting somewhat as Attenborough, the human Circle of the Moon druid for combat only. And I'm going to do a terrible job, so it's not how Attenborough normally is. Disclaimer. I don't do a lot of things on the internet. I do update the World Anvil from time to time. It does happen on a blue moon. Gonna keep it short and sweet because I ramble. Mel!
You can ramble for a little bit longer. I'm just typing something.
Okay, no, I will. You've given me permissions. On that note, have some water and be kind to yourself if you're feeling tired. It's okay. You don't need to be go all the time. It's chill. It's fine. Like me in the world. It's fine.
I'll save you. It was D&D channel relevant talkie talks. But hi, I am Lefson. I am a streamer and a cosplayer, and I found out today that I own a set of dice that is potentially worth a couple of $100, just because people think they're pretty, and I think they're pretty, so I'm not going to sell them. But I did like an Antiques Roadshow kind of, I'm going to find out how much they're worth. I'm never going to sell them. They mean a lot to me. I would never, and you can tell on Antiques Roadshow that these little old ladies are like, fuck my dead husband. Like, I never liked this. But I actually am going to keep my dice. I play G. She is a bard, rogue, Azuma, and she's a pretty princess. And she might die. It was mentioned before we started that she is the person who is in the most danger. Yay! Love that for us.
I guess it's me if we're skipping. Hi, I'm PastelSparkles, and I'm dumb on the internet mostly. I play Temi, the Circle of the Moon druid, and I'm terrified to lose my good close friends. So I hope everyone's got backup characters ready, because it's about drive, it's about power. We say hungry, we devour. All right. I'm done.
Just would like to input before before Ali, because Ali is wonderful. We do want to get a proper intro, but I do think it's very important to note that we are now fully funded for the Shrunk one-shot. So just know, pain and interesting times ahead for that one. So good to know, good and wonderful to know. But I will take this opportunity just very quickly to say that Attenborough and Friend aren't, well, their respective people aren't with us tonight. Should have said that earlier. I have the brain of someone who has been horrendously sick for a couple of weeks, so I forgot. But we love them, we appreciate them dearly, so please be sure to keep them in your thoughts for us and wish them well on the things that they're doing while that they're away. Even if it's just fucking chilling. Honestly, we should all get some more time to relax and chill. But yeah, appreciate their faces. Just want to throw that out there. But now I will throw back to Ali. Please tell us all about Eludere and yourself.
Eludere puts in the work, puts in the hours, and takes what's ours, which is hopefully happening because we are tracking a family heirloom of hers, which is why we are fighting a rock in the sky. So, yes, I do things. I've had an extended break from the internet, but I am doing a lot of Etsy stuff, and we'll be with the lovely bros doing a market coming up very soon, which is fun and fresh and all that. So I will be able to sell to Adelaidean people directly at markets and then to other lovely people online, which is great.
Yeah, also forgot I'm the last one on the list, so there we go. Please ignore if I have to mute a couple of times. Still have a horrible cough. It's really annoying, so bear with me. But tonight, we kick off with episode 17, the first of the book club sessions for 2022. So, as I mentioned at the beginning, we are actually jumping immediately into the middle of a fight with a giant rock, which is just a bird that is really, really, really big. Gargantuan, some might say. The reason that we are fighting the rock is because we're chasing down one of Eludere's family heirlooms, which has been tracked and traced to this location, being held by a rock for some strange reason. There is something a bit weird and strange about this rock. It has a human face. While we do joke that it is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's face on the rock, it is still important to note that rocks aren't meant to have faces. So that's pretty fucking weird. It is also cited by a group of harpies who, for some reason, serve it for whatever reason that may be. I don't know, who knows? It depends if we find out. But we know that this sword seems to be in its possession. We have only seen a glimpse of some kind of pile of goodies, but we do know that they are around. And that's essentially where we jumped immediately into this fight for today, keeping the same initiative order that we had for the previous time that we jumped in for this. We begin combat at the beginning of the round. Now, who is going to make the first move of 2022? I thought it was going to be me. Don't want that to happen. So, just to give you all a spiel, an idea of what the battlefield looks like, the rock itself, the gargantuan creature is 120 feet in the air above its own nest with Eludere on its back and G just kind of flailing off to the side. And then we have the rest of the party remaining down the bottom with a few little harpies sitting there going, I would like to eat faces. Just to get more faces for their collection. But, beginning of the round is Eludere. What would you like to do? 120 feet in the air.
Yeah. Eludere is going to keep... She sees G kind of off the side of the rock. But she can't really do anything about it because she's a monk. So, she hasn't got any magic or anything. And I think... How far was G from the rock?
Oh, G was thrown off, so like 5 feet.
So she was... Yeah. I think Eludere knows from when they did fight that G did have some tricks in terms of movement stuff up her sleeve. So she's not going to try and run and grab her or anything. So she is going to just keep hitting the back of the neck of this rock.
We love that.
Yeah, okay, so she's gonna take 2 swings with her sword. So that's a 22 and a 26.
They both do hit.
Hit. And then there's a D8, I think, with this sword. Because I opened friend's sheet and I did not open my own sheet. It is. Yes, yeah, okay. So that is 9 points of slashing damage and 10 points of slashing damage. She is going to use a key point and try and stunning strike.
All right. Okay.
It has not been successful, but maybe
Look,
the back of the neck is more vulnerable. I know it, but there's not a lot else you can do in this situation.
All right, so that's a 17.
That just passes, damn it.
How annoying.
She's going to just bonus action, just an unarmed strike.
Were you looking to do both of your hits with stunning strike as well?
Oh, yeah, go on then. I don't know what else she's going to be using key points for up here, so...
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, that's really loud on my table. So that's a 16.
Still passes 15. So she will unarmed stunning strike. And that is a 22.
22 does hit.
Ooh, hey, so that is 13 points of
Nice.
bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm.
Which was it? Yes. Yeah, she'll use another key point. It's probably gonna be for naught, but again, I don't know what else she's gonna use key points for at the moment.
All right,
So
let's see. Let's see how these dice rolls. Oh, I think that might be it. That is 11. So yeah, that's
yes.
well under
Oh my
15.
god, it is stunned. Yeah, it's stunned until the end of Eludere's next turn.
Nice, nice. Love that for you. All
I don't know
right,
if this is a good or a bad thing, honestly, but here we go.
we shall find out. But was there anything else you wanted to do in your turn? I'm guessing no movement.
She's just gonna hold on, yeah.
All right, perfect. So Terra, it is now your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh shit, what up? Okay, so I'm not on the ground, I'm still on Temeagle.
That is correct. So you should be like piled on there.
Yeah.
Hence why you're kind of standing on someone's head right now.
The world's
promise,
best
it works.
Jenga. Okay, so for me to get down without, well, I mean, I'm not super concerned about doing myself a little bit of a hurty hurt, but can I? Because I like because the harpies are in the air. Because I wouldn't be able to like attack one from where I am, would I?
So they're currently kind of, so one of them is in combat with Temi, and 2 others are kind of at the back. But Temi is also in the air. So if you have something ranged,
could I hit the one that Temi is in melee with from where I am?
I think, from what I remember, now forgive me if this is wrong or not, didn't Temi fly over the rock?
No.
No.
Because wasn't that how Eludere and Bulla jumped off?
They weren't on Temi, were they? They were on Attenborough.
Yeah.
They were on
yeah.
Attenborough. That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Attenborough.
Right.
I was so confused for a second.
No,
I was like,
you're good. I've gotten the complete wrong person. I've right idea, but wrong bird. Then, yeah, might take a bit of a like, but you'll be right.
Okay.
It'll be the one that was hurt by Temi.
Yeah. All right.
Which I think is number 1. Yeah, 1.
Okay. Then just to start with, I'm gonna try to take 2 attacks with my beautiful butter sword at old mate.
All right.
I got out the cursed D20 and I'm not gonna use it. I'm like, I can't look at you. You know, it's like we've been through a divorce. Like I can't look at it. It's hurt me too many times. Okay, so the first one is 23 to hit.
23 does definitely hit.
Oh hell yeah, dude. And 18.
18 hits also.
Cool. Alright. Okay, so I need to remember how to play D&D. So we do 1d8 slashing and 1d8 radiant. So the first one... Oh, you would, wouldn't you? That is 9 slashing damage and 4 radiant damage.
Sick.
On the first.
Mm-hmm.
And the second is... Let's get out some other d8s. Let's give someone else the time to shine. Better. Okay. That is 13 slashing damage.
Dang.
On the second, and 6 radiant damage.
Let me just do some math there, because I think... Oops, I'm looking at the wrong one. I reckon... Can I do maths? I think that's it. You take down one of the harpies, the one that is standing beside Temi. As you kind of reach up towards it and kind of chop at its legs, you just slice through and bisect it through the middle, and you take it out of the sky. It falls to the ground in a bloodied heap.
Hell yeah. Because I wasn't here last time, I didn't describe what Terra's terrible, tacky, cold weather gear looks like. So I think // and then just, what do you call those hats that have like the flaps over the ears? Like, those really dorky, but they're cute. Like,
Oh, I can't remember what they're called, hey. I know, I think I know which ones you're talking about though.
yeah.
The
Anyway.
really, really warm ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause I have one of those. Anyway, important detail, very important. I'm not gonna bonus action anything right now. That'll do me for the time being. I
Perfect.
think.
Excellent. Sounds good to me. All right, G, it is now your turn. You are currently flying, well, you're in the air, falling 5 feet away from the rock currently.
I am going to activate my flying boots so that I am no longer falling. But honestly, I don't ever want to get back up on that.
That's fair. I understand that.
What should I do though then? Sorry, I was trying to troubleshoot a thing and got fucking distracted. What to do?
I can carry you, my lady.
Quack, quack. 'Cause I'm in bed. No, probably don't want to do that. Actually, how fast is the rock moving compared to me?
Well, the rock got up 120 feet in one move.
Okay, but like as of right now, is it moving away from me? Like, if I wanted to move, could I get underneath it?
Well,
or would that not be possible?
Technically, it's stunned, so it's not really doing much of anything.
Oh, cool. Great. I am still going to do this and hope that it doesn't fall on me. I mean, sometimes it can happen. I hope it takes more than one move to get back down to the ground so I don't get squashed. I am going to get underneath it and I am going to cast Thunderwave at third level. We might as well do as much damage as we can while it's stunned. So it is a Constitution saving throw.
All right. That's 15.
It needed to make a 16.
Nice.
Okay, so let me just roll damage. I got an 8, and I got an 8, and I think I add 2 more 8s because I upcast. Yes. I can find my 8s. There we go. Yeah,
Oh, I'm
cool.
looking at the wrong sheet. Oops.
an 8, a 7, a 2, and a 3. I have an
That's 20.
Is it?
Because a 7 and a 3 and an 8 and a 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Wonderful. That should have been easy, but it was not. So that is, 20 thunder damage. And it is supposed to be pushed 10 feet away from me. And the way that a cube works is it originates from me and I was pushing it up. So does it yeet up 10 feet in the air?
I guess. Does it work when there is a creature that is significantly larger than you?
It
doesn't say in your
that.
spell?
It just says each creature in a 15-foot cube originating from you must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes damage and is pushed 10 feet away. It doesn't have any limits on size.
Yeah, so I guess it just goes 10 feet higher in the sky
Just
with
a little
Eludere on its back.
Whoa.
Yes.
But it's now 130 feet instead of 120 feet up.
And I am assuming, since it's gargantuan, that the 15 feet, it's more than 15 feet tall. So Eludere would have not gotten hit by it.
Yeah. I'm
like,
not assuming that she was hit by it.
huge.
Yeah.
Because we're all in the air, does that then push G as well? How does it work when you're not on the...
It's magic.
Down.
I'm gonna say that...
Not to bring physics into a fantasy tabletop roleplay game.
According to the spell, G isn't moved. So I'm gonna go with that. Physics be damned.
Just because it's funny, I drop like 10 inches.
Wind pressure causes you to remain where you are. I don't know, some bullshit like that. But yeah, it goes 10 feet up. It's now 130 feet from the ground instead.
I don't currently, I think, have any bonus actions that I want to use. I used some of my movement to get underneath it. So I think... Wait, actually. I think I'm just going to give Bardic Inspiration to Eludere. I just have to double check that I don't have to be able to see them. No, they just have to be able to hear me, and they're within 60 feet. So Eludere gets some Bardic Inspiration. That is a D8, I think. I should know this, but it's been a few weeks. Yeah, it's a D8.
That's the end of your turn?
That will be the end of my turn.
Sure. It is Attenborough's turn.
Okay. Jolly good. Tally ho, much to think about. I'm just getting into character.
Incredible. Spotty.
Old sport. Chips is much better at this than me. Okay, so I am an eagle. Hear me roar. Attenborough's gonna swoop over to harpy number 2. Over this way, because that, oh my god, oh, Jesus wept. I can't use tabletop sit. Look, I may need some assistance with that one, but you get the idea. In giant eagle form, I will do a multi-attack against the harpy. So, okay. Oh god. Numbers! Here we go. So the first one, one with its beak. Okay, so the first one is a beak attack, not a sneak attack. That is a 17 to hit. Burrows, you muted.
I am muted. 17 does hit a harpy.
Okay, cool. Okay. Heck and da-da-da. Cool. And that is okay. 1d6. Okay. I did get out d6. And so that's 6 piercing damage, and then 2 talon attacks. Ha yeah. Okay. Okay. That 14 to hit.
14 to hit.
It's
yes, a
probably
14 to
not.
hit does definitely hit.
Oh, it does. Sick.
For a harpy, yeah.
Cool.
They don't have a high AC.
Okay. We'll do the other to hit now. The talons. That'll hit. That's like 19. Oh my god. 21. Yeah.
Yeah. Well and truly.
Cool. Yeah, well and truly. I was like, 19! I'm like, no brain, not even remotely. Okay, so that is... Oh, 2d6. Oh, damn. Okay, so first hit is 8 slashing damage, and the second talon hit is 10.
Nice.
7, 8, 9, 10. Yep.
Damn.
Cool.
Nice work.
Cool. And I will squawk menacingly.
I love that for you. The harpy squawks back, but in pain. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
I don't think eagles have any bonus actions or nothing. I'm chilling. I'm good.
All good.
I'm good.
Friend, it is now your turn. Friend is currently sitting atop Temi,
Yes.
in eagle form. Yeah.
Which I was like, yes, that is me today. Friend is going to... yes, us perfectly stacked one on the other. So was there... Which of the harpies was looking rough? Out of
The second harpy, Attenborough has done a significant amount of damage to.
Okay.
The third one hasn't taken any damage right now.
Friend will aim at that one then first and shoot it with Eldritch Blast.
Sure.
And probably say something like, you should have been our friends. That is 20.
20 definitely hits.
11.
11
points of
damage?
Force damage.
Can I do the maths on that one? No, we're good. We are good. The harpy, though doesn't look like it, is still alive. It looks very frazzled though. Many feathers missing, bloodied up, all that kind of thing.
Then the second beam of it will miss because that is a natural one.
Oh, right. Oh no.
With probably something like, I am tired, and Fred will lay down or something, which is the way they
Just
missed.
a singular deuce into the sky, just like for a dramatic effect.
And I think it's at this level, because it's not in a sheet. I think it is...
3, I think. I think it's 3.
Is it 3 beam? It is
I'm
3
pretty
beam.
sure
Okay,
it's 3.
then the last one from laying down on Temi, then 17?
17 definitely hits.
Can math 10.
10 is definitely enough to take down the remainder of whatever this harpy even had left of any kind of willpower to live. The harpy just absolutely smacks directly onto the floor and just rolls off of the nest and into the ground, falling feet and feet below you. All right. Was there anything else that Friend wanted to do?
And continues laying down on Temi.
That's fair. All right. Bulla is next. And we'll look at the one remaining harpy left. Noting, of course, that this one is just off of the ground, we'll attempt to try and jump up and attack it. Because it's kind of on the nest level. I'm going to say that she just needs to do a bit of a... and she'll be right. Where are you, Bulla? There we go. She gets 2 attacks. Yay. Okay. So, one with a great axe, which is a 16 actually, which does hit. Nice. Let's roll that dice. Which is 12 damage in total. And the second attack is 20. Unnatural 20. which is only a 9. So 12 damage, 12 slashing damage, and 9 slashing damage towards the third harpy, just kind of attacking it at the feet, kind of taking a leap from Terra's book and doing that. But the creature is still standing up. And that's really all she can do because she doesn't have bonus actions. The harpy's turn comes next. Being within 5 feet of Bulla will go to attack her. It will use its multi-attack, which is an unnatural 20 and a 9. Fuck, that sucks. So one of them hits. 3 slashing damage. Wow, really feeling that today. Alright. Love that for Bulla. Bulla's just like fucking nothing. And the harpy just kind of cries on the inside and also a little bit on the outside. Tears rolling down face. The rock has its turn. It is stunned. I believe that they can't actually do anything when they're stunned. I'm pretty sure. I'm just double checking because I always forget.
They can make broken sounds but not formulate words, and they have no movement or action or bonus action.
Can't move, can only speak falteringly. They automatically fail strength and dex throws, and attack rolls have advantage. Oh yeah, that works. And can't take actions or reactions. Sick. They will just stand there. It will kind of try to talk. And it will look up to you, still angry, very, very upset towards you, but will say something. It sounds like, don't. Neath. And that's all it can get out. But that is the end of its turn. Next up we have Temi. What would you like to do?
Cry for a free action for the rock, but then swiftly come in with the Temeagle and slash that little harpy tic-tac that's sitting there, baby. Let's
Hell yeah.
go.
So you're gonna fly over, is that right?
Yeah, I'll fly over. So I've still got Terra and Friend on my back.
Correct. Yep.
Right. Hang on tight, because I'm coming in with my beak.
Love that. Yeah.
Alrighty, so. Okay, does a 13 hit?
13 does hit.
Oh, no way! I was
Harpies have an 11
10.
AC. You're fine.
Oh, hell yeah. And it's at 8 damage.
8 damage?
damage?
Alright, sure. It doesn't kill it, but you did do some damage to it.
Hell yeah, Talon time then.
Talon.
A 14 to hit.
14 does hit.
Uh, 15 damage.
15. Alright,
Slashing
perfect.
damage.
So with the 15, that does take it down. The last of the 3 harpies is removed from the sky. Temi, having moved over to attack it, it just falls off down the nest and further down into the darkness beneath you. That does mean that each of the 3 harpies are removed from beneath you. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
I might start flying up to the rock. I've got 80 feet of movement. How far away was the harpy from me, roughly?
It was 30 feet to get within melee.
Okay.
30 feet flying, so you have whatever is remainder for
50
your flying.
remaining.
Yep.
So I'll go 50 up, because it's 120 feet up from us, isn't it? So
It's
we'll be
130
like,
feet up from you.
God damn it, Mel! With your bloody cube.
So you're 50 feet up. Cool.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll move 50 feet up.
Alright, cool. I'll write that in then. Perfect. Excellent. And was there anything else you wanted to do?
Nah. I'm all good.
Alright. Next up we have Eludere.
Did the rock start falling, or is it falling now that it's top of the round because it was stunned and couldn't hold itself afloat anymore?
Honestly, I don't know. let me just make sure the mass, but I think that you only fall like 10 feet around.
Yeah, it's really slow.
Yeah.
Falling.
Which
I'm
is
pretty
negated
sure
by
it's
the
10 feet.
cube.
Which, yeah. Let me just double check though. Oh, how much fall? How much fall? How much fall? Oh, what? Okay, no, apparently not. What? That's not right.
Over seconds, you can fall like a surprisingly far way in 6 seconds.
Okay, apparently, you fall 500 feet in 6 seconds.
What?
That's significantly less.
That's to the
More, even.
that's to the nest. Through the nest.
So,
Am I getting squished?
I'm just, let me just think about this for a second.
If it
killed
was
3
stunned-
characters.
If it was stunned with its wings out and it locked
It's
its
gliding.
wings into an open, it's hovering down. It's just not going up. So it's a nice, slowful descent of 120 feet, but no one takes any damage.
Slowly
So,
crushing.
okay, I looked it up. If a creature is stunned, they fall on their turn. So that comment about being crushed underneath its weight.
I'm the last person to take a turn, so yeah.
No, the creature would fall on its turn.
Yeah, and its turn's before mine.
No, the one where it was stunned.
It would have already.
So it would have already fallen,
Oh, okay. Woohoo.
technically.
I'm still technically under it though, just closer to the ground.
Yeah.
I think by its turn, everyone had moved out because
So-
G and Eludere, we got on it, and then Attenborough moved away from what would have been under it. There was no one under it, I don't
So
think,
currently
on
the
its
only
turn.
the only 2 people that would be under it are G, who's directly under it, and Buller, who moved over to hit the harpy.
Right.
Because the creature had its turn and then you had your turn, Temi. So no one actually has had the turn before that, so you never moved over, so
True.
you're not underneath it either.
Okay. Thank you. Woo. I
So we
didn't
do need
kill
to
3 characters.
retroactively do the thing, which means he might potentially not have wanted to do the 50 feet up.
Yes.
We're gonna rewind a turn for a sec. So it is 1d6 for every 10 feet of, I'm going to d6 calculator. Give me a d6 in the, thank you. So 130 feet would be 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And with G underneath,
I did say that I would move if I thought I wasn't going to get, like, if I was going to get crushed. And then we were like, no, it's fine. So I did have extra movement since I was only 5 feet away to get out
from it.
Because I would
Okay.
have, if it was falling, I would have noticed already that it was falling. Because its turn was before mine. Was its turn before mine?
The turn was after yours.
Its turn was after mine. Oh, so I may be getting squashed. Yeah.
So it would have been where you ended your turn, would be where you are now. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What about
Love that for
Buller?
you.
Is
Buller would
Buller's
be
turn
crushed
as-
as well
Yeah, shit.
by the
okay,
same
fuck.
creature. So,
Oh my god.
If both of you
firstly,
die,
firstly,
Stop.
all right, let's start with the start. The rock takes 54 bludgeoning damage from
Get
falling. So that's good to know. G being underneath it.
It's a big bird.
I'm just trying to work out how to calculate this because you are technically crushed underneath it.
Would there be like a dex save to try and mitigate?
Don't
I mean, you
know.
have evasion.
Maybe. Let's do. You are underneath a gargantuan creature. It would take 54 damage from falling. I think on a successful dexterity save, you could take the full amount of damage, or if you don't succeed, it's double.
Please
Because
let
it's a
me-
crush.
Like the weight of the thing.
Yeah,
as
like,
well. Yeah.
because that's gotta hurt more, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So
that
for
would be
you-
a rock and
the
a hard
damage from-
place.
But for you have evasion.
Yeah, the damage from like the ground and the damage from being on the top. Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't rolled my dice in a while and I can't remember which of my d20s is nice to me. I think it's this one. I am just double checking something.
Yes, and evasion too. Don't forget that one.
Yeah,
You have evasion now, don't you?
yes. Because I kept saying that I needed to use it and then not using it. Okay. But I mean, I still have to fucking pass this.
Yeah.
It's a nice dice, but it's hard to read. Okay, that's 16, and then I have... It was Dex save?
Dex save, yeah.
That's a +6, and I'm bad at maths, but that's over 20.
22, yeah.
22!
That would be a significant save. So that would mean that you would take the 54 points of damage, halved by your
and then,
evasion. Isn't that right?
I'm
Is
just
it
double checking. I'm
halved?
pretty sure evasion is if you save, then you just get nothing.
Yeah, specifically for a dex save, I think it is. That's correct. Oh, no, you have uncanny dodge was what I was thinking of, but evasion is on a dexterity saving throw, you mitigate all damage.
Because, like, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you have the
Yeah,
one
yeah,
that
no,
will
I don't
halve
have
the halve,
evasion.
right?
I have evasion, uncanny dodge was what I was thinking of.
I don't have evasion for 2 more levels.
Mm.
Which is why I was like, I can't see it on my sheet, but I know that that's something that I'm going to have. Okay, what does uncanny dodge do?
Halve.
Halve the
damage, isn't it,
halve.
of, like-
Halve?
So
Okay.
you'd get half of 54.
54 divided by 2. I fucked that up.
So 27.
Okay, 27.
27.
That's
27
survivable.
bludgeoning damage specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Then Bulla will also have the same thing.
See you, Bulla. You're so beautiful. I wish
She
I
did
kissed
roll a
you.
natural 20, but
Miracle.
also, so she takes the 54 damage, but because she's raging, she actually also halves bludgeoning damage,
I love barbarians.
which means she also only takes 27. But also 54 would have done fucking nothing to her. So even though that was really scary for a second, we're actually all fine, all great,
Oh my
all having a great
God.
Oh,
time.
would have almost taken me out. I fucking hate being a caster sometimes.
Anyway, okay, scary moment done. We can all condense onto the one battlefield now. So that's good to know. Eludere, you are on the back. I don't know, I'm just gonna choose to not have anything happen. I don't know. Technically, something would happen.
I can slow fall, reduce falling damage you take by 55. So
Yeah, the only damage that you would
that just covers it anyway.
potentially you would take some damage because you're not technically. You would take the falling damage probably, but that's over under 54, 55. I mean, it is 54. So yeah, we'll just go. Okay, that's even. You just do like a cool landing moment as the rock is just on the ground. Okay, perfect. Temi though,
Okay.
we'll still say that you took care of the harpy, but you are on top of the rock now.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah, cool, excellent. So you're still in the same place, but you are not crushed, nor is anyone on your back crushed. Good point, excellent point. Now let's go back to Eludere's turn. The creature is still stunned until the end of your turn, but now you can do things.
Yeah. Am I able to do an insight check on its broken dialogue to see if it's wanting to try and communicate? Like, if this is a potential that we can talk to it rather than to continue kicking its ass?
roll me an insight check.
18 plus 7, 25.
25 is enough to know that this creature is incredibly mad at you. It's
Understandable.
not like happy with you in any regard. You get the feeling that combat would still continue even if you chose to stop hitting it. However, you do know that it is kind of throwing out a bit of a mercy talk to you. Not specifically to stop you from hitting it, more as like a fucking handy hint moment. It had acknowledged death in knowing that it was stunned and had gone, here is some information, but it couldn't actually tell you what it wanted to tell you. But you still
now I
see the
just
fire,
feel-
you still see the anger. It's still very much going to kill you.
Now I feel really bad hitting a stunned bird with a human face, but she's going to continue doing that
Fair.
with advantage because it's stunned. So 24 for the first one.
24 definitely hits.
That's 11 points of slashing damage.
Alright.
Then the second one. 26.
Yep, that definitely hits.
12 points of slashing damage.
Mhm.
And then she will key point and flurry of blows.
Alright.
Uh, 27. I was just been
27
going up in
definitely
increments
hits.
of 1. That is 13. Why? This is really weird. All of them have gone up by 1 and the damage has also gone up by 1 each roll and I don't know what's happening. 13 and then...
I mean,
Natu-
you don't need to roll the rest. You're fine.
Oh.
I mean, you can roll the rest if you want.
No.
They magically
I
have a
don't
little
wanna-
bit of extra hit
I-
points
I
if you
don't-
want.
It was a natural 20 and I don't want to hit it with that if it's already dead. Please,
You
it's
just-
already dead.
Absolutely, just like push it off of the nest. It just goes flying into the sky,
No.
you know. But yeah, let us know, how do you take it down?
I think that she, as almost like a mercy kill, like with the sword, with having consistently hit it that many times on the back of the neck, would probably like expose the spine by this point, and then just one concise, like kind of straight into the spine at the base of the head to try and just let it go.
Yep. It's absolutely fair. And the creature falls and collapses into its nest without a word, barely even a noise, as it just falls. Having been stunned, taking significant amounts of damage from falling from the sky. Can't believe it's 500 feet in 6 seconds. I thought it was much less than that for some reason. Anyway, good to know. But the creature is dead. And it is currently, its body is kind of over the nest. And you'll have a moment to take a sec. Bulla will like climb up from underneath the creature, just like fucking shift her shoulders a little, like.
Yeah, look, I put myself directly underneath, like, the main part of the bird. So if somebody could come get me,
Yeah.
I know I'm not strong. Like, I have a -1 to my strength, so somebody's gonna have to get me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll come help try to get you out.
G
Yeah,
is like
do it.
yelling for help using thaumaturgy, like, just in case you can't hear through the body. Like,
As you kind of are lifted out of the mess there, you notice that there are like a number of coins that have like stuck to your side. You know, when you're like lying on the ground and something's like against your body. And so, yeah, you lift up and you've got like a couple of coins stuck to the side. You are in the middle of its kind of trove of treasure.
yeah, I was gonna say, were they stuck to the bird or were they stuck to the nest?
Stuck to the nest. They're in the nest.
The bird is like, this is stashing coins in its feathers.
It died and burst into coins.
It's a dragon.
Pinata.
Yeah. Viva!
As you do go over to help G to kind of pull free, and you kind of lift up the bird and kind of move it around, need you both to make a dexterity saving throw for me.
I see. I'm
Uh,
good at that.
You get a +3 being within 10 feet of me.
Oh, okay. 24.
24.
Well,
12. 12. All right, cool, excellent, love it. 20 with a 24. You feel the ground underneath you begin to crack. The ground underneath the nest specifically, and as you're kind of feeling this moment, and you're kind of currently stuck under this creature. Not like completely stuck. You've kind of gotten to the point where, like, you know, you've mostly been fished out. There's no actual effect currently on you at the moment. You manage to kind of move out of the way as this crack just appears in the bottom of the nest, and the floor comes out from behind you. Terra, however, aren't quite so lucky. G manages to get out of the way and move without too much issue, and you, having held onto one of G's hands, you kind of slip, and you see that the ground beneath you opens, and you fall directly into it.
Can
Hell yeah,
I
dude.
quickly, because I'm still in bird form, am I able to try and grab Terra?
You certainly can. So you would be maybe like 10, 15 feet away from her at the moment. You can definitely move towards her, but she will be falling in that gap.
I am like 90% certain I'm going to fail this. You said that she was like holding my hand trying to help me out. Can I try and stop her from falling?
You can. Make me a strength check, please.
Oh,
It's got to be really good because I got a minus. I knew that's what it would be, but I'm like, I have to try.
Just know you do run the risk of falling with her if you do fail.
Okay, cool. I'm falling
there.
with her.
I'm a bird. I'll pick you up.
Cool, because that was a 2 and I have a -1, so that's a 1. That's an unnatural 1. I'm glad I decided to roll before you said that I would possibly also fall. But that makes sense. It makes sense, but it also makes sense it should try and catch her. So, yeet.
You do begin to fall. You fall.
Wait.
Yes.
Sorry, I can do something. Okay,
Mhm,
okay. I can do something. Okay. Depending on how much time I've got, is it? Okay, it's a bonus action. But then I still have to cast it. Okay. Because I don't have any slots left to. Oh, I could use a third. Hang on. Do I have any? How many bloody spell slots have I got? Oh, it's been a long time between drinks. Heck it. I'll use a third level spell slot. To cast Misty Step. And if I've still got G, I'll try and like hold on to her, like kind of pull her in. Reach my hand back up and Misty Step myself back up if I am doing it in time to the top of the
Sure. Now,
ledge.
I had heard something. Hang on, let me just check something, because someone had told me something once, and I don't know if that was for someone else. I don't believe Misty Step allows you to take someone with you.
Oh, come on. Well,
She's falling again.
oh god.
He has shoes.
Good for her.
Although if we want to fall into the hole together, that could be cute.
No, do you know what though? Like, no, I think you're right. I think I can't take her with me because it just says you teleport. I don't think it's like a bloody.
For some reason, I had it in my brain that isn't how that works, and someone said that to me, and I was like, wait, what? Like, because I fully thought that you could take people with you, but
yeah,
according to the spell, apparently you can't.
No.
Misty Step you can't, Dimension Door you can, I think is the difference.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there are other spells that you can do it. Okay, I think Terra would know that, and I think she wouldn't choose to do that if she could only take herself.
So, let me tell you a little bit about where you're going to see whether this changes how you do things. Okay. So, as the ground opens up, Temi heads over to try and kind of get through the gap. Keeping in mind this is a person-sized gap, and they're falling very quickly. So it's kind of like a tight squeeze.
Yeah.
Not to say that it's impossible, but it's just getting hard. And as you've immediately fallen in, you kind of get a moment to kind of see everything that's around you currently. You are essentially falling into a chasm that spans about 50 feet below you, all essentially covered in ice, like kind of this glacial design on the outside. No kind of sunlight petering in from the outsides, but there appears to be these like blue flames that kind of reach up from the inside. And you can see that the floor 50 feet below you. And you can see that there is a number of things that have kind of collected along the bottom of the floors here, and there are stairs that head further down, further into whatever this place is. So as you're falling, you're 10 feet away, which is good to know. I'm pointing at you, Temi. I'm realizing that you can't tell.
I know.
Yeah. You know that you're 50 feet from the floor, potentially here, Terra. So Temi, as you kind of move over,
Would
I'm
G's
just trying to think. Yeah.
boots of flying, would that have stopped?
She would have to activate them, and I don't know whether
Okay,
you need to use
okay.
an action to activate them or not.
I don't think I do. Let me just double check.
Man, I hate action economy in D&D. It just
No.
gets so confusing.
It literally just says that it runs me a flying speed equal to my walking speed, so I don't
Okay.
have to activate them. If I
Sick.
want to be flying, I'm just flying.
Then, for the most part, as you're kind of going in, you would then, I guess, essentially be able to activate it. You're not in combat, so I suppose. I don't know. This is a weird ruling. There's a lot
If
of
it's
things
a
happening here.
If it's a person-sized gap, can I try and like move myself so that I'm like wedged sideways?
Pacha and
To-
Cusco it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so
Like-
the person-sized gap is the thing you're falling into, but there is very clearly like a ceiling. Does that make sense?
No.
No.
The hole
So are we
itself to outside is person
Yeah.
size, but it is not a tunnel.
Yeah. So if
Oh, right. So
It's
we
like
would have
just
fallen
like a
immediately
Oh.
through the
Yeah, like you've broken a shell
Yeah.
and you're
Yeah,
like, it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like a channel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
We can just fall
See
down
ya.
the hole because now that I've seen that there's like stairs and stuff down there, G's going down there anyway, so we might as well just.
I'll just get fucked.
No,
okay.
you can come down after. You just don't need to fall.
I'm so tall.
Person size, but it's not Temi size.
Okay. Well, balls. Okay. I think then now that we know, we've all learned today that we fall 500 feet in a round.
Yeah.
So I think the fair way to rule it is to just fall, because I think ideally I could misty step my way out, but I don't necessarily I don't think there's time to be like, oh, G's gonna be okay if I do this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but also, however, if you jumped off a roof, which is like 10 feet max, right? You do have some time to think about things. If you're falling 50 feet, that's a decent amount of time. Like, it's still a couple of seconds to be like, yes or no.
Yeah.
You do know G's capabilities. It depends what you feel in the moment. You could just take damage for flavor. Who knows?
Spice me up. See what happens.
Alrighty.
I'm overthinking it. I'll be fine. I
I know we've been talking about this for a real long time, but as we established, the boots just work whenever I feel like it. If we have time to think, can I slow us down slightly? I don't want to stop us because I'm not strong.
So with a 2, you're falling with
Oh,
her.
yeah.
You have to
But
choose to let her go.
That was for a catch.
I don't
Okay,
care.
that is fair. That is very fair.
I do like the wording of you have to choose to let her go. Just like as though she's falling to her
That's
death.
awful.
When it's literally just 11 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, cool.
So.
I'm fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 5. It's 5. Wait, hang on.
Oh.
That makes it
That's
18.
I mean, honestly, I'm honest. G's not doing great after being squished on the bed, but she's not dead. So
That's good. That's good. It's very good.
How much damage was it? Sorry.
18 bludgeoning damage.
18. Thank you. Okay. I'm fine. I'm fine. Probably just. I think I would have still tried to like position it so that like I fell first, but and since like she was reaching down for me, but it was like we're still gonna fall. Like
Yeah, true. You would do that
Like-
and then fall on your back. And then G's just kind of standing above you flying, just being like, well. But you can do that if that was what you would like to do. Temi, at this point you would have caught up, seen them fall in there. You can see in this gap. It's still person size, so you have a head that can fit in there. Being
Yeah.
legal. But you wouldn't be able to fit yourself as your current form without doing more damage to the space around you.
How far away is Eludere? Eludere's on the rock still? Like,
Yes, yeah. Everyone else is
Yeah.
fine. It's
and
just
friend, yeah.
those two that fell in.
I'm just trying to think if she would go in after them, if she would transform, make sure friend is okay, because friend is on her
Yep.
back, and then go in. Because like at that point, she won't go fast enough to help them. She's gonna fucking fall herself. Yeah, I think she'd just have a big eagle head spying, 'cause she's got keen sight.
For advantage on perception checks, right?
Yeah, so like I'm looking. Are they
Looking
okay?
real good.
My peepers are peeped.
I mean, they look okay. I mean, obviously not okay. They were just in battle, but
Yeah.
and G was
Yeah.
crushed by a giant bird. Like that's
Yeah.
not great.
Because eagles don't have any kind of dark vision. I assume you'd need dark vision to see in this chasm.
No. So there is like a blue flame that's kind of emanating around the place. So essentially, you don't need dark vision at this current moment. You don't know what that's going to change when you get further in. But
as soon as I look into the chasm hole, and see them and see that they're not great but okay, I'll transform back into Tem Dog. And
Tem Dog.
the big Tem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I might try and I'm not very dexy. I want to try and scale down. I don't want to waste a wild shape.
Somebody will have a rope.
Yeah. Just
I
see what
do.
got in
I
my
can't help you
pack.
with that.
No, you're on the floor.
I've got one.
I might have it in my stuff.
You could fly up back up there, to be fair.
Fly back up. Oh yeah, G can, yeah.
Yeah.
I could get up, bring a rope, be like, come down the rope and fall back down.
Tries to grab you on the rope, falls
There's
down
some
again.
shit down here I think we should look at.
Oh yeah, I've got a rope. I've got a 50 feet rope. So, is there anything that I can tie it to? The rock's leg? Or like something that's going to be sturdy enough?
I don't know that that's the most sturdiest thing.
The dead body to help scale down.
Well, like, birds are meant to be pretty, like, I don't know it's huge, but like, lightweight. I think probably a rock's be a better option. But you can.
A rock with a K.
Oh,
the rock.
Wait, I just realized, yeah. God damn it.
Yeah, yeah. I'll try and tie the rope to a rock on the nest nearby that looks secure and try and scale down.
Not the rock.
Not the rock, it's about
a rock.
Power. A rock.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You certainly can. Can you roll me a survival check, please?
Yeah. Bruh, 24.
24. Easy peasy. You tie the best knot of your life. I was gonna.
Oh yeah.
How do you feel that Temi would have had experience with knots? But I was gonna make that comment. But I didn't want it to actually turn into. I was just meaning it in a survival way.
I know.
Not in a.
Yeah. I feel like this is something that she would be used to doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and try and scale down to them, and guess try and let Eludere, who's a little bit further away, know, and Attenborough and Friend,
Yeah.
they can come down.
All right. So you let them know as well?
Yeah.
Sure.
Making my way down the chasm.
Yeah, Bulla's keen to go down. Has her own rope with her, so happy to tie it up to the one that it already exists and kind of loop it around. But yeah, what about everyone else? Well, what about one other person, actually?
Yeah, Eludere would have, like, while all of that had initially started happening, she would have hopped off the back of the rock anyway. Like, damn. Guess falling's a big deal to most of the other party members, huh? But is there anything, like, in the nest that seems important at first glance before she hops down?
Yeah, there are things in there, just kind of residual things kind of sitting around it. Roll me an investigation check.
A 19?
19. 19 is enough at least to see that there is a considerable amount of coins. They look to be shined within an inch of their life, so they're very shiny, very good. Clearly something that was of interest to them. You get 6 copper pieces, 15 silver, 10 gold, and 2 platinum from what you can find from the space around you. And as you kind of have a bit more of a look, you do notice that there are kind of some mundane things here as well. A few polished spoons and forks and things like silverware that doesn't really have any innate value. You see a few daggers, a few axes, that kind of thing. Nothing super important. Nothing that screams out to you that it's super important and great. You do see a few ornate sheaths for swords. Thinking that they would be of significant value. You can go through, open them up, but none of them appear to be the one that you're looking for. You do even see a few that are like in the kind of similar shape, but it's not quite it. Just in your excitement, you're kind of looking through everything and just trying to see what you can find, but none of it appears to be what you're looking for.
Okay.
Sorry, you do also find a collection of gemstones. They would be worth 200 gold pieces in total from like the assortment of them.
Yes, she would definitely pocket those.
And you were saying as well, sorry?
Yeah, she will, after pocketing the gems and the money, she'll jump down after everyone.
Not even a rope, just like yeet.
She just fell like 130 feet, so she's just like, I'm just gonna jump down.
No sweat off my back.
Yeah, she's gonna be, it's faster.
So Temi begins to scale down. It is at this point that Friend will be like, I don't want to climb, and will turn into a spider, thus removing themselves from the place. Attenborough will just peace and gone, disappeared. Oh my god, he's not, what?
Wait,
for the momentarily. What?
Okay,
Yes.
I was gonna say, look. You said there were fancy spoons.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like he's the type of dude that would really appreciate having fancy spoons. Like,
I think, yeah, Eludere probably would have mentioned, hey, Addie, delightful cutlery.
However, how do we feel about the fact that he has mentioned he's allergic to metal?
oh shit.
Hey, Addie, that was really insensitive. I apologize. Have a really nice gemstone instead.
All right, sounds good. Sounds good.
And fancy wooden spoons. It's on the agenda. Okay. Okay.
That's exactly what we need here. All right, perfect. Okay, perfect. So, you jump down. Attenborough just pieces out of here until the next time when he is required. He pokeballs out of there. He spends some time in the bag of animal handling. He's like, yo, I want to chill in here for a bit. But then Bulla, upon seeing you just so graciously going down, having signed themselves up into the rope to get down, just goes, I want to do that, and jumps off. Seeing that you're doing it as well, she'll take the full damage, but she won't matter. Yeah, solid 19 damage, and she's just like, yeah, that's alright. It's all good with me. It's like a little bit of this. But Temi, you are able to make your way down, especially with your survival check. You did an excellent job of keeping that contained and managing to make your way down. So you don't have any issues at all. You just graciously come to the bottom. It's maybe like 10 feet off or so, but not enough that it'll do significant damage to you or whatnot from jumping off down.
Okay.
And so yeah, you find yourselves in this place.
How rough is G looking health-wise?
I can give you an actual number. I can just say she looks less than half healthy.
If you had to give it as a number out of another random arbitrary number.
out of 75, she's looking around a 36.
Okay. I will give you like as we're kind of getting up, I will lay on hands and give you how maths. Yeah, I can do 30. I'll give you 30.
Thank you. You get a little kiss on the cheek, and then G is gonna be like, I'll tell the others that there's something up there, like down here, that they should. Oh, they're already coming down the hole. Okay, cool.
Heal myself. Is the floor like ice as well? Like
Yeah. It's not enough that it's slippery yet.
Okay. Peel myself in my dorky hat off the. off the
Or probably to Terra to say, like, I don't suppose it's possible that you can do your checking thing with the sword if it wasn't in the nest.
I can. Okay. Full disclosure, out of character for a moment. So, because we didn't long rest, so like locate objects to second level. I don't have any second level slots left. I do have some third level slots, but I try and save one of those for Revivify. So I could actually. Oh wait. I don't know if this is a good idea. Fuck it. Let's do it. New year, new me. We're not caring anymore. I can do it. What I will do is because I don't really want to use a third, just in case, because all my third level shit is al dente. I'm gonna use channel divinity, harness divine power. So if I haven't used my channel divinity for the day yet, I can use it instead to regain a certain level of spell slot. So I can regain a second level spell slot. So I think what that looks like for Terra is kind of like probably like has to like clench the symbol a little bit and kind of grits her face in a bit of pain for a moment, because it's like, to me it kind of it reads like you're kind of burning up the divine energy to get something that you're kind of not supposed to have. But kind of do that, and then yeah, then I'll say, do you want me to cast it now? I should be good to do it now.
Well, potentially. We knew it was roughly up here, and there were a collection of swords and things in the nest. And if this was beneath the nest.
Alrighty.
Do we want to like physically check out this room first and then save that for when we're walking further if we need to?
Good idea.
Probably. Is everyone alright? Were we wanting to rest at all? Or is everyone fine to keep pushing?
I don't want to waste time.
I feel mostly fine now. Thanks.
Then yes, we should probably, as you say, check the room out and we can cast later.
How big is this room, and how much light is the blue flame putting out?
Not a lot. So
Okay.
enough that it's not considered like dark, but in some corners your eyes are beginning to show the signs of dark vision. Like you're kind of seeing the grays and monochrome colors. Well, it's not really monochrome color. You know what I mean? Your dark vision is happening in some places in this room.
Cool. We have discussed this, but I haven't done it yet. Gia's going to use the light cantrip to light herself up.
Thank
Sure,
you.
She's
sure.
gonna wander around being a little torch, basically.
All right.
It's a slightly like orangish glow, like the
Temi's
one
gonna
that
follow
she
G then.
sees.
Because otherwise
Sure,
she can't
sure.
see shit.
You see the light that's emanating from yourself kind of echoes onto the walls. They are kind of like glacier type walls where they, you feel like if something was on the other side that you would see it, essentially. And you're seeing that light reflect off onto those walls as well. So have we cast a spell yet? It was 10 minutes, wasn't it? Can it be cast as a ritual?
Wait, look at object?
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were gonna like. Do we want to? I don't think it has the ritual tag.
I thought it did for some reason.
No.
Or maybe because it just takes an amount of time.
Identify does. You might be
That's what I'm
thinking
thinking of.
Identify.
So because I'm just so like it's all made of ice and there's stairs and stuff. Are the stairs also made of ice? Does it look like it's like a
Ignore me.
that's the rock sliding off the top of the nest floor?
I'm gonna squash us again. Just gonna fall into the cavern.
Yeah, like is it like there was a building in here that has like become encased in a glacier, or is it like whoever's just gone bloody grand designs, check this out, I got ice steps, woo! Like it's fancy, it's wizard shit.
You get the feeling that there is definitely a solidness to the structure beneath your feet. That is not because it's just someone decided that they really wanted ice stairs. However, there is a significant amount of sleet and like a layer of ice that kind of sits on top residually, where the space around it had melted in some parts and then refreezes and then melts again. So it's kind of got a layer on top, but it's not made of ice.
Okay. Can I mean, if it's not going to take too long, just because I'm curious, if I like am able to just, it depends how thick this layer is, but like if I could see if it's like marble underneath, if it's more Laslethy ruins, like,
Yeah,
or if
so
it's like,
you
yeah,
scratch off a little bit, maybe like in one of the points, and it definitely does have that kind of marbled rock texture to it.
okay, all right,
Which think of that as you
cool.
will.
All right, cool. I'll point it out to everybody else. Let's say, I think I don't know if we've discussed this with you yet, but marble tends to mean ruins of people that lived here before, the Laslethi. The what? Oh yeah, we have because all the tower and all the
Yeah,
yeah
that's of
Odd
interest to
people.
me.
yeah. So, I it just occurred to me to look then. I wasn't expecting this to be honest, but it looks like potentially more ruins means. I get the feeling. I don't know that the marble itself is inherently boosting to magic or whatever, but it seems to have everywhere that we've been, it's been a marble ruin. There's some magic element to it. So, heads up to stay alert, I suppose. All right. If we're all ready.
Yes.
I would like to have looked for things in this room since we were doing an eye look before we were doing a magic look. Should probably do the eye look.
All right, sure. You do an eye look.
I
roll me
look
an
with my
investigation
eye.
check.
Can I look too?
Sure.
17 plus investigation?
Yes, investigation.
7. 17 plus 7.
24.
That sounds about right.
How did Temi go? 6. Oh, that's
But
rough.
she's not looking at all.
You're having a bad time.
Just thinking about my friends too much. Can't really look.
Yeah, something along those lines. Poor thing. Maybe there's like a little bit of a gust coming in from the top that's kind of blowing like sleet and such around. That's like just kind of obscuring your view for a second. It's just particularly impacting you though. Like it's like fuck off. Leave me alone.
Got my own flurry around me. Go
Yeah.
away.
Elsa, let's go. Anyway, G though, you kind of have a bit more of a look around. You find a few more coins scattered around the place, and that reflect this blue light around you. So you get an additional 15 silver pieces and 25 copper pieces in the end. Depends if G's, bougie enough that she would even pick up copper pieces. Could be like if you see like 5 cents on the side of the road, most people are like, nah, it's not worth it.
It's like when you see a 1-cent coin and you're like, I'm going to collect that because it's funny.
They could do that too.
The
But
common people money.
G's sitting there thinking in her mind, she's like, that's what I can send back to old mate Grandkiss. He'll love that. But yes, you look around. Eludere specifically, you are looking in every corner, even though you haven't explicitly said. But there are no swords or anything of that kind of nature in this room currently. But you do definitely see there are places in this room that things have been moved. You can all see that as you're kind of looking to the ground, maybe not Terra, maybe Terra can't notice this because,
Wow.
I just wanted to have a cheeky throw out there.
That's
But
fair.
for the most part, you do all see that there are like gouges in the snow around you that kind of suggest that things have been moved from here relatively recently because things haven't settled back down. But they have been moved. You also notice that there are no stairs that go back up the top as well.
Probably
I guess we
because
keep moving
that wasn't how you're
forward.
supposed to get to this room.
Yeah,
Through the
something
roof.
like that.
Are we wanting to be cautious, seeing as potentially / probably not alone down here?
Seems like
Probably
a good
not.
idea.
Yeah.
When we go to start moving Eludere, we'll cast Pass Without a Trace.
Sure. Is there anything else that you want to do in here?
If only I looked with my looking eyes and not my thinking eyes. Because I wanted to look for mushrooms.
No. You do
Dumb.
get a feeling it's pretty fucking cold here.
Yeah, but I don't know about the anatomy of these mushrooms. They could be anything.
True. Very true. It's not impossible. What about everyone else? Anything else?
How good of a look would I have actually gotten at the rock's face while we were up there?
How
I mean, I
much
got
do you think that
pretty
you had
close.
a good look at its face, considering what happened?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
You do have a decent perception, so like, you at least know it's not someone you recognize.
Okay. So if I wanted to sketch a little picture of their face in my book, would I want to be yeeting myself back up at the hole to have a better look? Or would I be able to get like a decent...
That's probably the best guess. It is possible for you, so we can just do that.
Okay.
Are you also keeping track of how long you're spending in between flying as well?
I have 4 hours worth of it.
Yeah.
The fight wasn't very many rounds, so
No.
that's literally a matter of seconds.
Mhm.
I've just been like, I'm gonna say it's an hour because I have used it a few times. It should have, like,
Yeah.
I'm overestimating it so that I don't underestimate it.
Yeah, I think that's about right. Because you used it a little when you were walking in here to like help you get up
Yeah.
the cliff and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's more like 45, but
Yeah.
um
Yeah, I figured I'd use a little bit more in my estimations so that I'm not being like, "Oh, no, it's been, like, 5 minutes. I have, like, 3 hours and 55 minutes worth of boots
it's
left."
fine. I'm sure you won't be using more than 3 hours and 15 minutes worth of your boots. Nah, nothing like that. Anyway, you can definitely go up and fly though and look at it again and get reacclimatized and do it.
I will let someone know what I'm doing before I just back up the hole.
Everyone come down here. Wait, I'm gonna leave.
I'm like, I am the light source. I should probably not just comet my way back out of the thing without warning.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, there goes that dumb bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'd like to take a sketch of their face in case, I don't know, we find another monster that has the exact same face, or it becomes relevant for some reason.
Sure. So their face isn't what do you call it? Familiar to you, but you are able to mostly sketch it down. Roll me a sleight of hand check. How good you're gonna draw good.
I can't say it's performance because it's an art form.
Honestly, I kind of thought about it potentially being performance. So I'd allow
Oh,
that.
I don't give a shit. That's a 19. It can be sleight of hand or it can be performance. I did good.
What do you get? What's the total?
Sleight of hand would be 23 and
Mhm.
performance would be 29.
For the hell of it, let's go with performance. Just because I want that to be a bigger number for you.
This is
yeah.
the best picture of a dead face anybody's ever seen.
You do a pretty significantly good sketch. It would still probably take you half hour to get most of the details down,
Yeah.
but it is at least with considerable accuracy that you're able to do that. So just you're able to spend some time doing that as well.
Okay. And then I'll get myself back down in the hole, see if anybody's found anything more interesting while I was gone, and then we can toddle off.
It does appear that G did most of the finding this time around. But is there anything else that anyone wants to do?
Just so I can like, so the room that we're in, when like what is that building called? You know, like the big golf ball that's at like one of the
Epcot.
Disney. Yeah. I pictured like us falling because you said like, oh, it's like a,
Yeah.
but like, what can we tell? Like, is I'm gonna use another metaphor. I don't know how much Skyrim you guys have played, but you know, like there's like a bit of Skyrim where it's like you're like fuck off like in the very north, and there's like an ice cavern and a weird guy who's like living in like an iceberg, and he's got like furniture, but it's ice. Like I know it's not ice. I know there's like is this like an organized like room that has been used like with a purpose recently? Like, yes, this is where we're going to keep all of our potatoes we want to ice later. Or is I don't know why you'd ice potatoes, but or is it like it has been used like I know that stuff's been moved recently, but like the difference between like a real estate agent calling it like cozy and it actually being decent. Does that make any sense?
I get you. It's like used or not used warehouse kind of moment. Like it's got stuff in there, it's obviously being moved around, but is it being actively used?
Yeah, or is this just like a very old shed that it's like we go in there when we have to and we don't really want to, you know.
So that's a very good question. Roll me an survival check.
Okay. This is gonna be good. All right. No, I'm gonna use my icy colored die. That's gonna help me. It's cold. I gotta Try that again. Ooh, okay, that's 18.
18. 18 is enough that you know that this place is more like a attic to something. Like, it's not an overly used room. It doesn't have a lot of, like, lively things in it. Like, you know, there's no chairs, tables, that kind of deal, and that kind of thing. But it's definitely not, like, well... Everything just crashed, apparently. It's definitely not, like, abandoned by any means. There's obviously movement around. There's things that's been taken out of here and moved away and all that kind of thing.
Okay, right. So it's like... This has been used recently, but it's like, yeah.
It's not like the main thoroughfare. It's not something that people go into all the time.
Okay, cool. I will relay that to everyone else. And if we're done, which I think we are, unless Elodie wants to do a little dance.
No, we're good.
Then yeah, I'll cast Locate Object again.
Okay.
Woohoo!
So, this will be the last move before we head on break as well. Don't get mad at me. All right? No mad. Only happy.
No mad.
We are still ruling, for the purposes of this, that Locate Object does not stop if it's outside of 300 feet. Locate Object now has a global range. You can find things anywhere. I've now decided, because I've fucked it up too many times now, I don't care to change it. But it doesn't really matter super much, because you do get a ping. You do get a notification to your brain that the item is near you.
Okay.
But it is not directly near you. It is still further down, further into the ice. And now that you are closer, you notice that it is moving at a significant rate around you, like it is rolling on a roller coaster. And it's moving through the ice and going in different directions and just moving through the ground.
Huh.
But not super far from you.
Okay.
Rolling boulder gathers no moss, my ass.
I know we're about to break, but before I forget, because I've cast Locate Object on it. This is the 4th time.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, in the process of casting that, have I been able to kind of, like, glean anything, like, digging through my memory banks as to when the hell I have seen this rapier?
Because, okay, I'm gonna roll it like this, because I just love, oh, sorry, I punched that. Dramatic flair, I adore it. I think it's wonderful. I think it's great. Because you've already rolled for it, I'm gonna say no, you have no idea right now.
Okay, oh, that's right, I did do a history check, didn't I?
So, not because I don't want you to do it, it's just, it'll be so much more impactful when you actually see the thing.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
No, that's fair. No, it's cool.
All right. So before everyone decides that I need to die and everyone needs to leave, we'll go on break as the party is about to depart from this room and head further into whatever the fuck this is. So we'll be back very soon. I promise you. What is a question for break?
Would you jump down the hole or use a rope? What have you jumped off of that you probably shouldn't have, and you should have found a safer way of getting down?
As your character or yourself? I don't know.
Either.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Example. I had a friend that thought a sheet was adequate as a parachute and jumped off their roof.
No.
I've seen people do that, but I haven't done it.
Found a safer way.
Dang. All right.
Damn.
Cool. Love that for them. All right. We will be back very, very shortly. Appreciate your faces. Thank you so much for being here. We are fully funded for the Shrunk One Shot, so keep your eyes out and ears peeled to see what that looks like. I think I got that saying around the wrong way, but that's fine. We'll be back soon. Bye. Blam blam. Welcome on back. I hope you all enjoyed not falling off of something, but being reminded of those memories. So, where we left off for the party right now is they're about to descend into this strange ice cave with stairs. Neat stairs. Now, I believe that Eludere passed without a trace, and Terra currently has locate object visible or active that is currently signifying where the item is. And it's doing a bit of a roller coaster kind of view through the underneath from where they are. So they need to go down to find out how the fuck to where it is. So you head. Having cast your pass without a trace, are you looking to proceed stealthily? You looking to go fast?
I guess, like, this thing's rotating around us, so I guess stealthily, because it's not moving away, it's moving around us.
Sure. All right. So roll me a stealth check.
If it was within 10 minutes, can I just use the bardic inspiration for this,
Yeah,
I
why
guess?
not?
Because I didn't
Yeah.
have to use it. Well, it's an 8. Now I have to add more numbers together, though.
Plus that trace is at 10,
Plus
right?
Yeah, plus 10.
Yeah.
I love having disadvantage on stealth. That's my favorite thing.
But you have a plus
Same.
10. Okay. Okay.
How do we go?
Eludere got with bardic inspiration 47.
What the fuck?
She rolled a 16. She has plus 13, then plus 10 from Pass Without a Trace, and then plus 8 from a bardic inspiration die.
That's cool.
30. But I rolled really
I
bad.
think this is actually the first time that Eludere has exceeded G's, because she usually has rolled really well, and also has expertise and stuff.
I was stoked about my 17, which I got with the plus 10 and plus 1, thank you, to the disadvantage.
I was stoked about my 18 because I have disadvantage at -1 and I rolled a 10 and a 9. So I was like, 8 plus a 10. Oh, 18. Wow, 47.
Oh,
Jesus,
I will also
red.
roll for Bulla. She did not do well. I can tell you. That's a natural
But she's
2.
so sexy.
Yeah.
She's so sexy.
It's alright, yeah. No one will see her because she's so sexy.
She'll be
She has
intimidated
plus 1
with
to
her
stealth.
eyes.
Yeah, well,
13. So, as a group check, that does mean something interesting.
Tell us.
I don't think I will. I'll continue
Oh,
explaining
okay.
to you as you continue on. But Eludere and G, you manage to coast through the front, and with the Pass Without a Trace, you leave not even a sound behind, barely a footprint, just able to proceed ahead without too much trouble at all. And for you... Sorry?
I would just before we sneak off like to drop the light that is cast on me.
Sure.
If it gets to a point where it is going to be dark, like we're out of the range of that torch and there's not another torch, I will cast it on something to give to Temi. But I do not want to be glowing anymore.
That will happen immediately as you leave from here. So you would already be
Eludere
doing
then,
this.
to prevent that, will use... She's got key points left. She will cast Dark Vision on Temi so that she just has Dark Vision.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure. Also works. Bulla has Dark Vision, so she's fine. And everyone else does now. So, good to know. But yes, everyone else, you managed to go fairly well. But for Terra, Temi, and Bulla, as you continue on after, you kind of make your way down the stairs, kind of slowly stepping. The ground underneath you a little bit slippery, a little bit, like, it's hard to walk on, essentially. It's not too much of an issue for the others, but for some reason for you both, with your kind of heavy armors and things, it is a lot more difficult. And as you're kind of moving down, you're managing to keep your footing fine. But it's as Bulla takes a step down, she kind of overextends her feet and slips up a little, and she kind of falls on her ass. And you hear a crack of the ice underneath, but it just kind of breaks away to the stone underneath, and she just kind of looks at you all and just gritting her teeth, just fuck. And you see with that locate object that there is still something moving around you with this object in hand. And as you're going a little bit further in, the light is completely gone at this point. Sorry. Now they've gone further down the stairs. You're seeing this light just move through the ice around you. Complete darkness around you. To the point that your dark vision is activated, but it is still pretty fucking dark in here. There is no kind of innate source of light underneath or anything like that. So it's not even with dark vision, it is difficult to see.
Do I, with the way that like the locate object is moving, and kind of, I mean, like, I can't see necessarily, like, just I guess from like the speed that it's moving or the manner in which it's moving. Do I have the feeling that it's either like they've got it on like a cat run with like a little train set on it, or it's like it's attached to a creature that is digging? Like, is it moving in like a circuit, or is it, does that make sense, or is it just kind of, oh, I'm gonna go over here now I'm gonna go over this way, oh, I'll go this way? Like,
it doesn't appear to be following a particular track. Like, it's not like repeating a move or anything, but it does move between 30 to 50 feet every 6 seconds. Somewhere around that range.
Okay.
Alright,
We'll
perfect.
keep
Sorry, I was
going.
just waiting for you to
I
didn't want to interrupt.
Yeah, no, you're fine.
Alright, so you head further down. The sound of bullet falling from earlier is still kind of reverberating down here, and you kind of see little pieces of the wall kind of like crumble off and fall back down. And it's as you get a little bit further in, getting a little bit closer to where that light from that locate object has appeared from, you start to hear things underneath as well, and you begin to feel them under your feet. You feel tremors that race up from the ground around you, and it kind of lines up for you, Terra, as the locate object appears closer to you. Those tremors increase, and as it moves away, they lessen, and you can hear the movement and sound of things beneath or ahead and around you. Or something is moving. Or some things are moving.
As we move, like, we're going down, is the ice, I guess, of like the walls and stuff, like, is it getting thinner? Is the marble any easier to see? I mean, it's also like it's dark, so,
well,
you know, tell me if I don't know shit. So.
It's more that because with dark vision you can still see in darkness, kind of. It's just that you are only able to see in black and white, essentially.
Yeah.
You can definitely see that as you move down, that the ice and such is getting heavier because it's building as it's going colder and colder down. They're building on top of each other. So the ice is getting thicker. So less of the marble underneath is appearing.
Okay. Oh, good.
All right. So you keep continuing, hearing these tremors around you, and it's when you get maybe 30 feet away, still going down these stairs, and it is still descending. They're just kind of going down in kind of like a circular way, following this random tower shape to the right of you. You do hear what sounds like clicking in a purr-like sound from around you. And it says you notice, Terra, that the object is not far from you. And it disappears again as it continues its little cycle.
Okay. I will, as best as I can, I meant to say before, but it's also, wow, you guys can't read my thoughts unless I actively tell you things. Shocking. If it's not gonna, like, echo too much, I will try and, like, relay as much as I can. Like, at least to tell everybody that, like, about the tremors specifically moving with the object. Because, I mean, like, probably everyone else is going to hear and notice the clicking before me, but yeah, just to tell everyone else about the tremors moving with the spell.
Can Temi tell what kind of thing is holding it. Like if it was an animal, say, or animal-like, would Temi be able to recognize it from the sound?
Roll me for a
the
survival
clicking.
check or a nature check.
Oh, I've definitely got to do a survival one for that one. Oh, hell yeah, 23.
23. 23 is enough to know that it is coming from, while you don't know what specifically the creature would be that it's coming from, it is some kind of insectoid type thing. In terms of D&D doesn't have a classification for it, but yeah, imagine insect, large insect, significantly large insect. You also get the feeling that it's burrowing. And that appears to be why you're hearing so much of it around you.
All right. I'll let everyone else know that it's at least the burrowing that might then click with Terra.
The other thing is, though, you did roll a 24, so I do just want to give you a couple extra things for that. This is large. This isn't small. This isn't, like, even small, medium creature. In fact, probably isn't even a large creature. It's probably much bigger than that.
Oh, God.
The solidity, I can't say words. The solid nature of the ice around you would have to be moved by something significantly larger. So you are dealing with something quite big.
Thresher more.
No.
Something like that.
Please
But
don't.
that is essentially
That's
the
the size of
vibe
it.
that you're going with here. It's not like you're walking in and you're going to see like a snake on the ground or something. Like, that's kind of the size that you're dealing with and the kind of magnitude of creature that you're expecting
I
to
hate
encounter.
it here. We never a giant rock. This thing, we should never come here.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I wanted my sword.
No,
That's
it's
literally
understandable.
why I'm in this
The only
realm.
thing.
He's like, I have one request. Well, it sucks and this whole place sucks and we hate you
Try
now.
to yourself.
It's been real Eludere, but there's something under the ground and that ain't it, fam. So
If Temi is passing on this information, I am going to ask her something that Burrows is going to have to answer. Does she know how far away from us this thing is getting?
I swallowed water. That wasn't even
You're
regular
supposed
cough.
to do that. Oh.
It just like sat in my throat.
I mean, I can tell you that the locate object is about 30 feet away. If that helps.
No, it's not.
Okay, no, it's not.
No.
Locate object is now any distance because we think it's fun.
Wow, the weather we've been having here in these ice caves.
damn, it's hey, cold, isn't it?
Do you want me to
thought.
check the weather? I can do that with Druidcraft. Get my little bowl out.
Please tell us the
Guys-
temperature. Yeah.
Alright,
Guys,
hold
it's
on.
cold.
I want to know
Shit's so
exactly
cold.
how much I'm going to have to exaggerate the temperature when I tell this story later on.
Alright.
Okay.
Or not.
All right. I think I may have dislodged the water in the back of my throat. Anyway, what was the question?
How far away the tremors or the burrowing is?
Okay. It is of varying distances away from you. Yeah, my damn throat. Okay, hang on. It is varying distances away from you. Like I mentioned with Terra before, you notice that it speeds up and also slows down, so roughly is around about the 50 to 30 feet mark whenever it moves.
Yeah.
But there are times when it comes back around and it is closer to you, but there are also times where it moves further away. and that can be significantly more distance. Up to, like, having a guess of what kind of size you're dealing with around here, or even just the size of the tower thing that you're around. If it's going just around the tower, like doing zoomies around that one tower, it could be up to like 200 feet. Like, it's quite a lot.
Yeah.
How often is it within range of us? Within 30 feet range of us?
I don't know, however long it takes it to do that when it's moving at roughly between 50 to 30 feet around you. And
Okay.
that math.
Would I be able to hear it coming and cast Detect Thoughts when it's kind of going to get within 30 feet? Because I don't want to just cast it now and it like take 5 minutes to come back, because it's a concentration spell of 1 minute. Like, I want to see if I can pick up any, I don't know, zoomy thoughts when I hear it coming.
You can certainly attempt it.
The spell penetrates barriers except for 2 feet of rock, 2 inches of any metal other than lead, or a thin sheet of lead.
It's not technically metal. It's not technically rock. It's kind of like a pseudo rock, but look, I like the idea, so I don't care. That's the important thing. So what you can do is roll me, I know that you have a good skill in this, but roll with me for it anyway, a perception check to perceive when you feel it is close enough. Just because there needs to be a check and roll somewhere, but that can be it.
16 plus 10, 26.
$26, yeah?
Mhm.
All right. So as you're kind of listening out, waiting for it, you've kind of taken in the information from those around you and such. You hear a point where the tremors begin to increase. And you, even as you're looking out, even with your dark vision, even knowing that there is like a fairly solid, stable structure before you, you swear for a moment you even see like a shadow in the ice as you feel it close enough to you to cast your spell. Now, Detect Thoughts, does that have any caveats?
If it has an intelligence of less than 3, then I will not detect it.
All right. Then, yeah, you will definitely detect... Well, not definitely. It doesn't have great intelligence. Oh, no, you don't detect it.
No!
I was looking at the wrong stat. You don't detect it.
It's dumb.
That probably means we can't make friends with it. I'm pretty sure your
Damn it.
intelligence has to be over 3 for it to be able to understand language.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it has to be over 6, I thought. But
What
no, that's
about
to read, I
speak
think.
with
Maybe, I don't know.
Beast.
Technically.
Can I? Hold on. Well, it would have to be much closer. I think I have a bit more of a limit to what I can do with that. But yeah.
But it does not have an intelligence of more than 3. And as you kind of go to cast a spell and your mind reaches out to try and make that connection, you hear that clicking noise return back to you as the creature moves on.
Oh, it's 3 or lower, or doesn't speak any language. So if it's a
It doesn't
non-speaky
speak
worm
any
anyway.
language either.
Yeah.
So, whoopties.
Do we get the sense? Sorry, like, are the like, because Temi, with her survival powers, Survivor Destiny's Child powers, like an insectoid, like, is it just the one
really big guy?
Yeah, like, because I know
Yeah.
there's like a big not friend, a big dumb thing. Like, is that the insectoid, or like are there other, like, I'm guessing, like, do we have any
yeah.
indication this is like like how like the rock had the harpies as like little
Minions.
fans?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, like, is there any other movement? Is it like one big something and little insectoids, but I mean, as I'm talking, you have said insectoid, and we've only really heard the one thing, so I guess that answers.
I mean, you don't know. It could have
Could be like a school of
been
fish
going around at the
week.
same time, you know, like.
Lots
But-
of little guys digging.
You do get the feeling that it is one.
Okay.
From the size of this creature, if there were more than one, you would be fucked. Like, this place wouldn't exist. It would just be completely hollowed out.
Well, do we keep going? And if that thing has the sword, I'm not sure how we go about this without having to lure it out and fight it.
If we have to.
If it's really stupid, we could make it think it dropped the sword and just picked it back up, and we take the real one and it has like an illusion sword.
I could
For-
always try and influence it.
I mean, for all we know, it doesn't know it has the sword. If it's not the most intelligent creature, we do have the potential of
Could have just eaten it.
could have eaten it, could have been stuck to it. We don't know.
On
Roller
guard.
coaster of emotions I just went through.
So you are currently about 20 feet away from the bottom of the stairs. That levels out onto a platform, and you can see in that there appears to be some kind of space inside that you can't currently see into. That it does have some kind of residual light in there. Not a lot, because that would be quite blinding at this point, but there is a small amount of bluish light that's coming from inside.
I mean, we're still covered by the sneaky snake, so I feel like we just keep going to have a look what that light is, what's in that next room.
Right.
Personally.
You still feel and hear the creature moving around. It does feel like it is increasing in intensity. Like, this thing is like well zoomy stage at this point. It is very hyped to be doing whatever it's doing. You get the feeling that with the amount of times that it's kind of gone around in a circle, it's probably dug out a kind of path for itself and is now kind of moving on tracks. Like, it's kind of it's dug out what it needed to, and it's just doing its thing. And then it moves off. It moves away from around the place where you're at, and it kind of heads off further into another direction, deciding that it's sick of that or whatever. And that's as you get to the bottom, and you're able to see into this, I won't say small because it's huge. You're looking into a room that essentially looks as though it is a street. There's pathing on the bottoms of the ground that's been smoothed over and kind of cobblestone and like you get the feeling that it is definitely a path, a mishmash path of materials that's made its way down there. And as you're kind of looking around a little bit more out into the reaches of your dark vision, you see that it extends further and further. And you look out into the street and you can see more and more of those blue lights kind of being like lampposts at certain stages along this road. And you look out and it seems to be a square shape around you, about 500 feet around, so huge, massive. The space is heaps big. But as you look inside, you do also see, kind of immediately to your left and right as you look down, you see that whatever this creature has done has burrowed 10 to 15 foot holes on either side that it appears to have jumped through on the street that you're directly walking in on.
So, like, there's like a street and there's like walls.
Yeah,
And there's like, okay. And when you say a street as well, is this like a Rane where it's like, this is actually a street, you know?
Like,
Bloody
yeah.
Ramsey Street, everyone knows your name. Like, it's like this was a street and it's just under ice, or it's like materials of cobblestone and other things and whatever have become so mishmashed by whatever fancy geological bullshit has happened here that it's kind of been mushed together to look like a street, if that makes sense.
You get the feeling that it is more like a rane in that it looks like a street transposed into the ground. But this kind of does look to be with more intention, because there are places inside that you kind of get to see with the small amount of light that you have, that there are places that are kind of holding up the roof and such. So it's very much was intentionally meant to be below ground. Just kind of years of snow and thing have accumulated, so you don't know exactly how low it was actually meant to be. But it's definitely of a significant size. And as you move through, continuing on in further, still hearing the tremors and seeing the rocks move and ice move from the inside, you look further in and you see a large structure in the center. And before that structure, there appears to be this kind of stone guardian. The guardian itself is a cat-like shape with a long tail and kind of this like mane and crown around the top. But the stone is broken and the creature is torn in 3 different pieces. One of those pieces on the floor, one of those pieces to its right, and one still remaining on top of its pedestal. And so you look at it, it is considered a large creature, and it is standing to the left of this large building in the center. And there is a equal and same pedestal standing to the right. And you look into this room and it looks like a place of worship of some description. That's essentially the vibe that you're getting here.
Like Aslan's broken pedestal thing.
Yeah, it could be something like that. Yeah, for sure. But it's very clearly put to the left of this big building, and there's an identical one to the other side,
Right.
but there's nothing on it.
When you say like it looks like religious in nature, is there anything about like the broken kitty cat, like, or any iconography we could get a sense of, like, is this like a temple to Mephistopheles, or like anything, like who this or what
Roll
entity
me a
or deity
religion
is?
check.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever had you guys roll a religion check, but first time for everything.
Oh, don't want to use that one.
Terra is more religious than G is, but G has read a lot of books. Does she know anything about this? Can I do the same thing?
Yeah, of course.
Temi got no idea.
I got a nat 20. It's only +3, but it's a nat fucking 20.
Oh yeah.
It's the best that you could get, so...
Nice.
Gillette, some may say. The best.
I switched dice because the other one was real hard to read, and this one's immediately given me a 20. This is my favorite now. This is the good dice.
I got a 13 religion.
13? 13 at least is enough to know that this place is obviously a place of worship. Just not specifically kind of what it would be worshipping. But you do definitely get the Leslie vibes from it. You know, there's the kind of continuing marvel and all of that kind of thing. You just don't know really what kind of function this room or place serves. But G, however, you at least get a little bit more insight into it. You see the creatures, or the creature statues, standing, or the one that's broken, standing in the front there, is meant to be some kind of guardian. That is overly apparent to you. And the statue itself, you notice on the pedestals to the left and the right, you see are held up by books and scrolls inscribed into the bottom. Take with that what you will. And as you look to the central building, kind of suspended in this strange shape, clearly more so for decoration than for actual function, Its doors are closed, but you get the feeling that whatever this place of worship thing is, it's inside. And you see inscribed on the outside are more books and such. Not actual books, just books. Open books cast with light symbols and such all around them. It's very clearly a motif from here of that kind of thing.
The books don't say words, they just kind of have like pictures.
They are currently about 100 to 150 feet from you right now, so you can't really tell. You'd have to get closer.
Can I keep using the stealth roll that I currently have, or can I roll another one and fly myself up there?
So, to answer your question, I will instead answer you with a reaction. So as you're staring into this room and kind of deciding what exactly you're going to do, you see that the streets kind of line up and they have these spaces in between them. Like, they would have been what kind of gardens would go around and that kind of thing, in kind of like a squarish shape if it was on the top. But, you know, it's under ice. Like, what are they fucking growing in here? Something weird. You instead hear the ground rumble again. And it is with absolute abject horror that you see in one of those spaces a giant creature emerges from the ground, jumps into the air, and you see the form of a giant worm with teeth that extend all through its throat and these sharp bones and things that protrude from the tops and around the sides. It just screeches that horrible insectoid sound, jumps, and burrows itself on the other side directly into the dirt and sand and ice, and goes back in the other side. Maybe 80 feet from where you currently are.
Is the locate object still up? Did the sword go with it? Did we see a sword? Can we assume the sword is inside the worm?
I think locate object only works for 10 minutes, but I will allow it that it is still up, just for the hell of it. You do see it goes with the worm.
I will relay that to everybody as quietly as I can. Yeah, I think it's in the worm.
Okay. So what do we do about that? You really, really want this sword, yeah? This isn't we could buy you a new one.
G, I'm gonna let you look at my face and you can decide what the answer to that question is.
Even after seeing that worm?
Yeah.
So many teeth.
Yep.
Okay, so what are you gonna do about the worm?
Kill it.
That's the whole plan?
Well, you asked what I was going to do with the worm. You didn't ask me how I'm going to, what the steps between getting from here to killing the worm were.
Well, unless you're going to do that alone, I would like there to be a little bit of a plan.
Oh, baby.
Just looking.
The small little...
Well, it is moving, and it moves through this space. So there can be something that we set up in here. Obviously, not ideal. Probably don't want to fight it in one of its tunnels.
So, a trap?
Probably of some description.
So while you're kind of spending some time here, just to give you a little bit more information now that you've spent a little bit extra time. Sorry. Just might change your plans, that's all. As you're kind of looking inside, looking desperately around, trying to find things, can I get each of you to roll me a perception check? Even, I will allow an investigation check. I will allow it if we need it.
Okay. It's not much better for me, but I was gonna say, is it a perception check to see stuff?
Yes. You do get
Okay.
advantage.
Well. Okay, no. Okay. Advantage. Goggles are on, baby.
I got a natural 20. So
Nice. Baby.
I'm finally looking.
So natural 20. How did you go, Eludere?
17.
17.
26.
26. So what is that in total, Temi?
25.
25. And how do you go?
I got a 19.
Ooh! It was actually not a super hard one, so that's good. Basically, you notice as you're kind of spending a little bit more time there that there are two symbols that are of importance. They're kind of located at the front of the cat-like creature, and on the pedestal to the right. You see one has a hand held up, just palm up, a hand. The other has that same open book that you're seeing everywhere, but instead is as a symbol clearly on the front. And you notice that these correspond to two pedestals near the entrance. One to the left, which has been destroyed. You see that the part of the street that it's on has obviously been kind of knocked over by this worm creature moving through and has been destroyed for whatever reason. The one to the right, though, has that open book at the top and a small imprint of a hand in the top. And it glows ever so slightly with a slight blue magic. And you notice for Temi and G, and also Elodie, what was the number again that you got?
17.
17. So no, only you two notice. You see a slight blue sheen on top of the empty pedestal that corresponds to the size and shape of what that original creature was on the left-hand side. So just to clarify,
I was gonna say maybe I might draw like a crappy diagram on our tabletop sim table, just because I know I do visual learning. Sorry.
Yeah, fine. So yeah, just to re-clarify for everyone while we're having that drawn, you're currently standing at the entrance to this room, to the left and to the right, just a little bit further from where you are, roughly about 40 feet away from you, on the wall are two pedestals. One of them is broken, and that corresponds to the statue that is broken directly in front of you about 150 feet away. There is a pedestal to the right, which is an open book with a hand imprint on the inside that glows with a blue magic that corresponds to a silhouette of blue magic upon the pedestal directly across from it 150 feet. And that is what you're currently seeing as this worm is moving through.
And the hand-shaped impression on the pedestal, is that one of the pedestals that's up real high, or is this like lower?
No, it's actually at ground level.
So in front of the temple there are the two like guardians, or where a guardian would have been.
Yeah.
So there's a broken kitty cat. Is that on the left?
The broken cat is on the left, yes.
Okay. Why am I writing left? I don't need to write left. It is the left. Broken kitty. Okay. Maybe you guys can read this if you're looking at it.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's like a sparkly like sheen kind of in the size and shape of a kitty cat guardian on the pedestal to the right outside the temple.
Correct.
that kind of corresponds with the glowy blue magic. So is it an open book with a hand on the pages of the book, or is it just a book? Sorry.
It is a hand on the pages of the book.
Okay, it's a hand. Okay.
And it is a hand imprint.
Yeah, so something is touched
Right.
it.
Right.
Or something
Okay.
you could touch it.
Yeah,
Right,
it's more like it
okay.
is made of stone and it is purposefully carved out of
Yeah,
the book.
to like encourage you to touch it.
Yeah, a single touch.
I'm gonna go touch it.
Yeah. I think she rolled to decide whether or not this was a good or bad idea to go touch it, and she got a 17. So she thinks it's a fucking fantastic idea.
I know.
She's gonna be
Temi's like, woo! Off we go. No thoughts.
wanna-
Head empty. Let's go touch it.
We want to activate this. We touch it, and the cat will wake up and eat the worm. Yes.
I hope so.
Did you not say that those runes were reminiscent of Lethe? You said something like that.
Oh, that's a good point.
Does Terra not have a heritage tied to these people?
Yes, but I didn't know about that until a little while ago, and I can't read Lasleth.
But if someone's needing to touch it, would that
That's a
be
good point.
important at all?
Oh.
You should touch it.
Terra, touch it.
It might not be, but just in case.
It's not a bad idea. Oh, I can try. If I have to make a new stealth roll, we might be boned. But
I'm going to use another bardic inspiration to give to Terra just in case she, I don't know, needs to jump back from some kind of explosion or make some kind of constitution saving throw. Like,
All right. So,
okay.
just to put this out there, you will need to make a new stealth roll as you enter the room.
Yeah.
Now, is Eludere, are you going with Terra to maintain the pass without a trace? Yeah.
Yeah, she
Cool.
will. Eludere
figured you
is
would,
going to
but-
be invisible, but she is going to go with her because Terra can see invisible things.
Yep. All
Can
good.
I
All good.
also cast enhance ability on Terra to give advantage on dex checks?
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, sounds great.
Thank you. Okay. Oh man, if we do this and then we figure out that it didn't need to be me and I like stuck absolute shit, I'm gonna be like, damn.
Hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Okay.
All right. So advantage just makes it a straight roll.
Plus 10.
Yeah.
Plus
10.
bardic inspiration potentially.
Oh,
With bardic inspiration.
I'm gonna need that inspiration. Don't you worry. Okay. I'm gonna
This
use
is the
my,
most beefed up Terra's been.
I'm gonna
for
use
dex.
my GD20. I know, right? Okay. Come on, GD20. Mwah, don't let me down. Don't let me down. Oh, you fucker. All right, that's okay. It's okay. It's fine. I'll roll the D8. Ooh, okay. Okay. So I got a 7. But I rolled an 8 on the D8. So,
Okay.
that is
15.
15 plus 10, 25.
25. So is that 7 with your stealth?
Oh wait, 24.
'Cause you
'cause
rolled
it's
a 7,
minus
right?
1.
Oh,
I rolled a
right.
7. I rolled a 7. So normally it's a disadvantage, but with the advantage it's just a straight roll. So that would be 6 with my -1 plus 8 plus 10.
Right.
Did I
Okay.
do the maths right?
Yeah, so 24. Yeah.
24.
All right. Good to know. Good to know. How are you approaching this pedestal?
Oh jeez. Okay. Probably just trying to just like one step at a time, kind of stopping, like listening. Take another step. I'm probably just thinking the whole time, please don't hate me. Please don't hate me. Like just like to the I don't know, like the spirits of this place, like, hey, I'm one of you, it's cool. Like totally I'm a Lasleth represent. Like we're fine.
brothers.
Like yeah. Yeah, and I guess just kind of just like thinking like, please work, please work, please work, please work. Put my hand down. Probably, I think this is probably the most nervous Terra's been about anything in a long time. Yeah, just put her hand over the imprint, I guess, on the book. See what happens!
All right. So as you move over, kind of sheepishly moving through, you can hear the worm moving its way through the spaces around you. You even see off in the distance, farther away from you, that it again emerges and does that little dive back into the earth underneath. And for whatever reason, it seems incensed to continue at this kind of rapid speed that you're seeing around. And you get closer and closer to that pedestal, and you are watching with eyes locked on to wherever that creature was last. Eludere following up behind you, invisible. The rest of you kind of watching on and just like, fucking... And it's as you step, you hear another clicking noise. This one's different though. This one reverberates in the rocks and things around you and kind of like echoes through this chamber a little. And that's as you get closer to the pedestal, your hand is just about to launch on it and you hear the ground shake near you. And you begin to see the beginnings of its face looking directly at you, Terra, on the pedestal as you place your hand down. There are a number of things that happen right at this moment.
Cool.
Firstly, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, no sweat. Easy. I can do Constitution saving throws every day of the week. Why do I do this? Because now I can
roll a fucking nat 1 now.
Yeah, I know! Christ. Does Ella... Oh god, does Eludere need to as well?
No, just you. Just you.
Okay. Alright, cool. Come on.
I'm assuming Eludere is quite close too. Like
yeah, fairly. Yeah.
14?
14.
Those dice are badly behaved and they're going over there now.
Your hand erupts into blue flames.
Cool.
That then slowly spread across the rest of your body.
Sick.
And it's hot. And it fucking sucks. You see your armor light up in a bright orange and blue as you take... Hang on. ...22 points of fire damage.
Nice.
But you see that same blue flame erupts and lights up the pedestal before you. And as it travels down this pedestal, lighting it up in this bright, vibrant blue that sends out light all around you, even towards the worm that you see encroaching behind you, the rest of you notice, who aren't looking directly at Terra and aren't looking directly at the creature, see that the form of a large cat materializes on the platform that was empty. You see, it's like a shade cloth drops and suddenly this creature is visible. You see these long extending wings on the back that glow in that same vibrant blue, and that burning begins to calm down. And you see instead it settles as a film on your skin, Terra, that is also on this cat creature. And it has a crown atop its head that glows and expands before your eyes. And you see that the creature stands from its position, leans back, and leaps. And it goes into the air. And you're just standing there looking into the face and into the stomach, well, the throat, of this worm beside you. Eludere is absolutely wondering whether or not it's good enough to like cut and run right now, because this thing is staring you both down. And the worm goes to leap. And at that exact moment, its head gets smooshed into the ground. This giant cat creature having landed on the top, and it kind of pushes it partway back into the ground before you. And it's at this point, Terra, that you realize that your arms are moving with it. As its head is pushing this creature into the ground, your hand is going towards the ground. And you feel muscles on your back that you have never felt before moving and shifting. As you feel invisible wings on your back beating and beating as it keeps itself up. This will be relatively quick. I know we don't normally do combat at this point, but I need you all to roll me initiative.
Woo! Terra got extra hot. Literally.
I don't need heat metal. I can do it to myself. Oh damn. Okay. I was like, we're looking for Eludere's sword. You know, like this is like nothing of this magnitude will happen to anyone else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh man. Okay.
Rude.
Get fucked, worm.
No, it wasn't the worm that rolled it.
No!
Oh no, not the
Get fucked, Bulla! No! So many extra people to roll for.
Alright, good to know. Okay, alright. We are going to do initiative. 25 to 20, how do we go? No,
Oh
good?
no!
Oh no. Alright, 15 to 20?
18. Oh, sorry, 19.
19.
16.
16. Cool, you're underneath the worm.
15.
I was already underneath a bird. I don't want to be underneath a worm.
She's under a lot of things.
Wow.
What a
Alright.
wild day for you.
So I rolled a -1 for the other creature. I'm gonna guess you beat that, Terra?
I got a 4.
Oh fuck, I didn't roll for Bulla.
Oh, after I even
Oh, she
said
got
it.
1 as well! That's rude!
Arrows, please use different dice.
I mean, I have to use
Different
them
dice
for...
for our friends.
but I have to
Keep that
use
one
them-
for the monster.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like...
yeah.
Okay, anyway. So, first up, we have Temi. You are standing at the door, and the creature, the worm, that is currently being held by that cat-like creature, is around about 40 feet away from you currently.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
If I was to use a magic ability, say it's a chaotic spell that I use often and it only ever hurts my friends and never the thing that I'm actually trying to hit,
Okay.
could it hit the guardian by accident? Potentially. Is it?
So what
is
kind
it-
of spell is it?
It's ice knife, baby.
So what will that, how will that potentially hurt it? Just
Because
what's the
it
thing?
shatters off, so when it hits the thing that I am aiming at, it has the potential to shatter off, shards explode, and can hit a creature within 5 feet of it, and it has to succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Yes, according to the spell. However, do you make a ranged attack with it?
Yeah, it's 60 feet.
If you want to make that with disadvantage, I will... No, actually, that's not going to work, is it? If I... no, I don't think that's a good idea either. I will increase its AC by 2 if you want to try and, like, chuck it down its throat.
Oh, yeah! Okay, I love that idea.
So increase it by 2 from what it currently is,
But you're
which...
not telling me.
I mean, I'll tell you it's 20. It's not great.
Okay.
Otherwise, you have the potential of hitting the Guardian.
Okay.
Sorry.
Alright, let's send it.
All right, love your work.
It's rolling for me. Unfortunately, D&D Beyond rolls that are... Oh, get fucked. I rolled a nat 1, baby.
Oh no!
Which makes it a 10.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately that doesn't do much. Does it do anything when it
Damn
doesn't
it.
hit?
Yes, when it doesn't hit, it still explodes.
So does it explode away from you, or?
No, so it's as if it made contact but did nothing. So the knife still shatters.
Oh.
So the guardian, if it's within 5 feet, which it is, must make a dexterity saving throw.
Dex save. Oh, I don't think it has great dex though. It's an 18. It's pretty good. What's your spell save?
I
DC?
rolled a 2.
Do you have to make the save though?
No, I'm just scared.
So your
Scared
spell
already.
save DC would be like 16?
Yeah, it's 17.
17. So yeah, it saves. Does it take half damage?
It takes 2d6 cold damage.
Okay.
Do I roll that or do you roll that?
You roll that. It's your spell.
Yoo! Oh, I dropped one. 7.
7.
I'm sorry.
Is that ice damage?
Cold damage.
Cold
yeah.
damage. Yeah, not ice damage. What am I on about?
Well, it's ice knife.
Yeah. All right. It does take that damage.
Hi, fuck, I'm taking that spell away. That's never done me. That's always doing me dirty. Fuck that spell.
All right. Perfect. Excelente. I love your work, but did you want to do anything else?
Look at it.
All right. Love your work. Love your work. Gee, it's now your turn.
I'm muted, sorry. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know what worms are good at. Hopefully worms are not good at psychic. I am going to cast Dissonant Whispers at it,
Okay.
and it will have to make a wisdom saving throw. I know it has a really low intelligence because it didn't have any thoughts for me to detect, so hopefully it's also not wise.
All right. So it's a wisdom saving throw, yeah?
Uh-huh.
It's a natural 20, which does make it a 19.
Well, it's still gonna beat that. On a successful save, I'm reading the wrong spell. Does it take... It halves if it saves, but I rolled awfully. I rolled 2 2s and a 4, so that's 8. It takes 4 damage.
4 damage. It definitely feels that. All right, perfect. But that's 4 psychic damage?
4 psychic damage.
All right, good to know, good to know. Okie dokie. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Look, I gotta be honest, I don't like this worm thing. Is there something I can kind of hide behind?
You could
Me.
walk. You could walk like back a bit and kind of hide in the doorway enough that you break what you would think is line of sight. Maybe an intelligence check quickly. In fact, you can even make it nature if you don't want to do like straight intelligence.
Okay, we made nature because it's a 3, but that is only going to add up to 10 altogether.
Okay. It is enough at least to notice that this creature doesn't have eyes.
Ah.
So while you could hide and you could feel like you are hidden, it might be playing by a different rule set.
Wait, if it can't see, then I'm hidden from it currently. It's a creature that I can see that I am hidden from?
Logically, in a normal situation, yes, that would make sense.
Can I put my Shroud of Shadow on it? So that I always know where it is in case it goes behind the ice wall again?
Do you have to not be seen by it to do that? Sorry for being really specific with this.
When you are hidden from a creature you can see within 120 feet of you. it doesn't say specifically that they see me or can't see me, or I just have to be hidden from them. So if they're looking at somebody else and they're not noticing me, am I hidden?
I will allow you to cast it, but
do we
it
wanna
will
work?
not work.
Okay.
So it won't use anything, just because I'm being nice. But know that it doesn't work.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that means that I know that it can see me. But yeah, no, even it doesn't use anything anyway. It's just a class feature.
Cool. I was like, don't use the spell slot or anything, but like...
No.
For the purposes of that spell, it does not work. Spell, feature.
Cool. I don't
It
like
doesn't
that.
work.
No. Okay, well, that's all I'm gonna do, because I can't use my bonus action to hide anymore, because that was my bonus action.
I mean, you can
so
still
I'm-
attempt it, it's just...
Well, it's hiding is an action.
It's a
If
bonus
you're not,
action as a
like-
rogue, though, right?
Yeah, but I just used my bonus action to try and cast a trap.
Right. No, that's fine.
I will, I think, just kind of unhook my crossbow, if that's okay.
Yeah,
As
yeah,
just
that's
like
fine,
a little
that's
bit
fine.
of, I point,
Sure. Sounds great. All right.
but that's it for now.
It is the worm's turn. It has currently got its face pressed down by this creature that seems to be, for some unknown reason, tethered to Terra. Now, it's not very happy about that. It will attempt to bite it as it kind of moves up and kind of tries to get at it. It will... Oh, okay, it's 1. All right, so that is a significant amount. It is a 20, which does hit the other creature. And
Is it technically grappled?
for, like,
The worm. So it's a
I mean-
disadvantage.
it's more flavor than anything.
Okay.
Because it is like a gargantuan creature versus a large creature.
Okay.
So
very
like,
fair.
yeah, I like the argument. Props. So 15 piercing damage towards it, and that's not great. The creature attempts to try and swallow it. The guardian before it just extends its maw and attempts to kind of take it over, but the creature just kind of manages to kind of bat it away, and you, Terra, feel your other arm move as it does so. And it's kind of, at this point, it's like a muscle thing. You do realize that it is not making you do it. It is just, if you're not paying enough attention, you kind of move with this creature. But you can move independently as well. That makes sense. But it does try to, does not manage to do it. It's going to do another hit. That's a natural 1, which I'm pretty sure even if it did beat its AC, it still misses anyway. So it tries to reach out with its long body, and it tries to stab it with something at the back of its body. But instead it just kind of digs back into the ground, and the creature's kind of in this really awkward angle as it tries to attack the creature before it. Next up, we have Eludere. What would you like to do?
Eludere, can we see its long old whippy tail? Has that now come out? Is it still out of the wall?
Yep.
Is there a stinger? I'm
Yeah.
guessing. Yeah. Lovely. Eludere is gonna assuming this thing that doesn't have eyes and could see Terra, she's probably knows I'm here anyway. Can she try and run across his body and try and cut the stinger off?
Yeah,
Like,
I
just
mean,
attack
you wouldn't even
the-
need to run across it. The sting is probably closer to you than what the actual body is.
Okay.
So absolutely.
Yeah. Just gonna do a couple of hacks.
So just because I like this as a mechanic, if you do, we'll increase the AC by 2.
Yeah.
But you need to do, let's go with 20 points of damage with a slashing weapon. Take it off. So it's pretty rough, but I believe in you.
Alright, that is a 21 to hit.
21 does hit. 21 does hit.
That's an 8, so that is 14. Good start.
14 damage? Wait, is that 14 damage?
Slashing. Yes.
Oh shit, yeah,
Slashing damage.
For sure.
Good start.
I thought it was a 14 to hit. I'm like, damn.
No, I just rolled a dice that was not a d20. I rolled a d12. I'm like 12. I'm like, oh, that's a d12. Natural 20.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Just roll the damage. Just tell me about it, you know?
So that'll be 8. So 14. 24 total.
24. Sick. Yeah, absolutely.
Wait, no, 19 because I doubled the like +5 as well as the. Wait, you do that? Right.
Yeah.
It's double dice.
Yeah,
it's not
yeah,
double
yeah,
yeah. So 19.
So -5. Okay, cool. Still, that is plenty to be able to just take its stinger off. You have successfully removed one of its appendages from its body. And you just see this like blood of like purple and brown and just grossness just leaching out from the side, and it covers your sword. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
Ew, yucky. Yeah, she's gonna start punching it because she can't hit it with the sword anymore. So she's gonna run over and she's gonna key point flurry of blows, and she's just gonna start hitting it again.
Absolutely, just punch into it.
Fists, and it's just right towards it. And it's just, I'll just roll both. That one's cocked, unfortunately. I should have gone with the cocked number. One's a natural 1, but the other is a 14, which is a 19. No, 23 to hit.
23 does hit, absolutely.
Yeah. 9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points of bludgeoning damage. I love that for you. Just a thunk. Are you stunning striking it?
No.
Okay.
No. You know what? I think I'm gonna save my last key point for something else. I feel like this is probably gonna have pretty good constitution. Does it feel like the punch does the full force of the punch? Okay.
Yep, it absolutely does. You do feel like your punches do adequate damage compared to also your swords, which do the same amount. Like, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
It takes them like it does.
Thinking of moving back away. I don't know if I want to risk the opportunity. You know what? No, she's just gonna stand there and just do these ones.
I imagine at this point too, you've like climbed up onto it to punch it too, like just like straddling it, just like fucking punch.
Yeah, it's like climbing onto it, just like stomping into it instead of like punching. Give me my sword back, you stupid worm.
Perfect. So, Terra, it is now your turn. Now, technically, the way that combat has fallen, you and this creature act on the same, just after each other. So I just want to explain something to you first. You get your turn, but I've also sent you the monster stats for the creature that you can now fully control however you want to. Just ignore the lair actions. So...
Oh, without the lair actions.
Without the lair actions, because we don't need time to pass any faster than what it already does. So you can have your turn, and then it has its turn.
Okay, so no lair actions, no legendary actions?
No, you can do legendary actions, for sure. I just wanted to wait until this point to let you use it, if that makes sense.
Okay!
The only reason I'm saying don't use the lair actions, just don't use the second one about making people older, because I just think that's a shitty mechanic.
Yeah.
And don't use the one about 10 years in the future. The other two, completely fine.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my god. Okay, shit. All right. What a buck wild day we're having. All right.
Nearly died, then we're super powered.
We all get superpowers.
Okay. So I can do a full turn, and then I can give Mr. Sphinx a full turn.
Correct.
Oh, holy shit, dude! Why have you given me this power?
Because
okay,
I didn't want to control another creature.
That's fair. Okay. I am going to.
Also, I should point out, you also have its fly speed.
Bruh.
So,
Oh my
but that's
God.
probably not super important. But just so you
Yeah.
know.
Okay. All right. Holy shit, dude. Okay. All right. I'm gonna do my turn first. I'm gonna sort of try and like control my. I imagine it feels a bit weird being kind of linked to this Sphinx thing. So I'm gonna try and like
The
come back
what?
into my.
Sorry?
The thing that has no name. It's a cat. Meow meow, kitty cat. My name is
Nothing to see
Fluffy.
here.
Okay. Oh my god. So I'm just holy shit, dude. Okay. Terra will turn around and Jesus wept. Okay, do I have anything here I want to use? Ooh, that could be fun. That could be fun. Maybe let's not do that right now, Laura. Limited spell slots. Limited spell slots. Okay, I'm just gonna turn around and try and do 2 long sword, my lawful sword
sure,
attacks
sure.
against Mr. Waterm over here. Okay.
Okay.
alright. Come on, dice, redeem yourselves. Okay. Okay. The first one is a 29 to hit.
Nice.
The second one's a nat 1.
Ay.
The duality of man. Okay. So that is. Oh wait. I just thought of something else. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna put a divine smite into it.
Okay, sure.
Each.
Sounds great.
Okay. Here we go.
Damn,
Okay.
am I even gonna get a turn? Jesus.
I mean, probably. I don't have that many spell slots. Oh, okay. So that is, sorry, I rolled an 8 on a d8. It just, it feels good.
A date.
Okay. Maths. 8. 12, 15. So that's 14 slashing damage.
14.
Oh, you fecker. 1 radiant damage without the smite.
1.
Okay, and then I will roll. It's just a first level divine smite I'm gonna do.
Okay.
I'm just gonna check how many d8s that is. 2d8 for a first level spell slot. I'm guessing it's not undead or anything.
No.
Or fiendish. It's just hanging
Should
out. It's just
be,
a guy.
but no.
Okay. Another 8. I just got 2 8s on 2d8s.
Damn! Your dice are being
Screwy.
incredibly nice to you right now.
Oof. What's happening? And so that's 16 radiant damage.
Cool.
Okay. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, and then I guess I get to be a cat.
You do.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. Oh, good lord. I kind of want to try something,
Alright.
but it might ruin everyone's fun.
Uh-oh.
Do it.
I kind of want to use the kitty cat to cast banishment on the worm
Oh.
and see what happens.
Yeah, it's certainly an interesting move.
But then I'll just send it somewhere else for a minute.
But also, would it not take the sword with it?
Oh yeah, good point. We want that. Yep. Good point. Thank you.
Eludere like, no, don't do that.
Eludere's like on the worm, stomping into it. The worm disappears from under her.
No! Not again.
After all this
Not like
time.
this. All of her trauma starts washing over her again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, that's fair. Good point. Thank you. I was so caught up in the euphoria of being a magic cat that I forgot about the goal. Okay. Oh, good lord. Okay. What does that do? What does that do? Okay. Do we, just to check, just to clarify, do we have the sense that the worm is able to sense Eludere?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's right, because it doesn't have eyes and she's invisible. Okay.
I mean, it can. Yeah. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. You know that.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just trying to decide what to do. Okay. I guess just to start, I am going to. Kitty Cat is going to make 2 claw attacks.
Right.
Because I guess like it's bigger than me. There's probably no point trying to do like a grapple check or whatever. Like it's huge. It's just going to be like, no.
Sure.
Okay, so that is. It's on that one. On the first one.
Yikes.
That doesn't do anything.
Oh no.
Yep. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. That is a 3 plus 8, 3,
Oh.
10, 11. 11.
Uh-huh.
So
That
I'm
doesn't
guessing
hit.
neither. Yeah, no, that would be. The D8s are being nice to me. The D20s have got an attitude problem. So no. At the end. Okay.
No.
Alright.
But it is the end of its
Okay.
turn if you choose to use any legendary actions.
Well, yeah, because it says like legendary actions have to be at the end of another creature's turn, but I also
Nah, you didn't do it at the
wanna
end of your
interrupt
turn, so whatever.
necessarily. Okay. What would be useful? Because that's not gonna.
Something that goes donk.
Yeah. Like it has spells, but like it doesn't have spells that go donk, you know?
True. That's very true.
Yeah. I mean, it can make it 1 claw attack as a legendary action.
Yeah.
So I will do that. Get another D20. One of you bastards is gonna cooperate. Oh, okay, maybe this one. That is a 19.
Alright, 19 hits.
Cool. Finally, somebody on board. What we're trying to achieve. Okay.
Where's my mouse gone? There it is. Okay.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16
16
slashing damage.
Shit.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay. Okay.
Cool.
I'm with it.
And that is everything.
Technically, you could use a legendary action now, also.
Oh, like
It's
another
the
one.
end of its turn. Which is another creature, technically. I'm allowing it because you said that you didn't want to interrupt anyone, so I'm allowing you to interrupt right now to do it.
I mean, I could do another claw attack,
Go for
I guess.
it. Go ham. Absolutely stomp its ass.
You come into my house. Okay, that is
On the day of my daughter's wedding.
24 to hit.
24 hits.
Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 slashing damage.
12. Alright, perfect. Excellent. Decent amount of damage towards it. The creature is looking not great at this point as well. Alright, so Bulla will also head over. She gives no fucks about stealth. She's just like, creature that I can hit. Love that for me. Will run over. She will rage. And then she will attempt to attack twice. Let me have a look. She will also do them both with what do you call it? The thingy. Deuce. I can't think of what that's called.
Reckless?
That's the one. What the fuck is that called? Love that for me. A natural 20. And also a 19. So both of those hit. I'm gonna roll one of them. 7 with the first hit. But the... Oh, let me double check. I think she has brutal critical as well. Let me have a look. Brutal. Yes, brutal critical. So I get to roll 3 dice. But one of them is already maxed. So 12 plus 12 plus 12. Okay, hang on. Do I have a D12? Why do I not have a D12? That's very inconvenient. Okay. That's 32 damage with her second attack with the critical. She has brutal critical, which means that she can roll 3 dice. All right, perfect, excellent. So, oh shit, I just closed what I needed. But yeah, decent amount of damage with that one there. All right, excellent. So that is the end of Bulla's turn. Are you looking to do anything?
Oh shit, me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
one
'cause
more
I get-
legendary action.
Yeah, I mean, fucking do another claw attack now.
Sure.
Okay, that is... Nah. 13?
13? 13 doesn't
Yeah.
hit.
Okay, that's alright. Carry on!
All right, next up, Temi. Your initiative was less than 20, right?
Yeah, I believe it was 19.
Yeah, I think so. It's correct. So initiative level 20, were you looking to use any lair actions?
Oh god, okay, how do we do on... I mean, you guys all did pretty well on initiative. I could force everybody to re-roll initiative, which was
Please.
funny.
You don't want to
So
be
that
first?
I hate being first, especially when
Aw.
I'm doing stupid shit like ice knife, which is only hurting us.
No, it was good though. It's just that it didn't hit.
It never hits, Burrows.
Please I never get rid of ice knife. It's so good.
It's my Achilles heel.
I mean, do you want me to do it? Because I can. I can force a
bloody,
re-roll.
why not?
All right.
Alright, the
Let's
Sphinx
go.
can choose not to re-roll, but it's probably easier if the Sphinx and I go together, so... I mean, cat. Ambiguous cat.
All right, perfect. So 25 to 20?
22.
All right, sick. Excellent. 15 to 20? Nope. Okay. All right. Cool. Hearing that loud and proud. All right. 10 to 15?
10.
Oh, no.
Also 10.
Oh, nice.
I love this
Oh, I didn't
for us.
roll the bullet. Whoopsies. Oh, okay. Hers is only an 8 anyway. Tara, how did you go?
I laughed because I got a 5, which is only 1 better than what I had before.
Well, the worm rolled a 1, so they get a negative 1. So
Let's go. Fuck
so
this worm.
this
there's
fool.
that. It does mean that Eludere, you're now first. Technically, it's initiative 20, but I don't care. You're not missing out on the turn. So
She is going to keep stabbing the worm
Go
and
for
hitting
it.
it with her limbs.
yep, I love that for you.
20?
20 does hit.
I don't know why 9 plus 11 was so difficult for me to do maths. but,
Sometimes.
10.
10
No,
damage.
11
damage?
slashing damage.
Yep.
That just landed on all my other dice. And then 24
24.
to hit.
Yep, that definitely hits.
And then 12 slashing damage.
12, dang.
And then she's going to flurry of blows
Mm-hmm.
and keep on hopefully hitting it. 19
19 to hit. Does
to
hit.
hit. 8 bludgeoning.
Ooh.
And then the last one, 18
18. To hit?
to hit.
Does hit.
Yeah.
You meet it.
And then 13 bludgeoning.
What?
Because she wrote an
All
8,
right.
and it's +5.
So how does a fist take down a worm?
Woo!
Tell me about that.
Gonna say, because she's in fairly, Eludere, I like to think, is typically fairly composed. She's been a little bit frazzled with the group thus far because of who everyone is as people in this group. But I think at this point, because she's been hitting it with her sword and then hitting it with her fists, it's getting to the point where she's just like, I'll just reach in, have a little feel around. It might be in there somewhere, and just fully like to the shoulder, like punches through wherever she is, and maybe grabs an organ that you need to not be living. I don't know.
Fuck yeah, worm.
You're muted.
Yeah, muted. You grab, like, I don't know.
A heart. She
yeah,
reaches in
let's
and
go
rips its
heart. Yeah,
from its...
it's specifically right where you punch it.
Yes.
Yeah. You just rip it out. It's huge. You're just like, aha!
Yeah, that's not the sword. Yeah. Just really
And the worm
useless.
falls dead at your feet. I feel like that's a good time to end for this week. But is there anything that anyone wants to do right now, just while we're still on the hype from the end of combat?
I am going to return the healing favor to Terra, who got like temporarily set on fire. I can't do an awful lot, but I'm going to use the full 11 HP that I get from my healing hands.
Sure. Alright. So you go over, you... Healing word, is it? Or...
No, healing hands. It's
Oh,
an
healing hands.
Azima thing.
Okay, cool. You return the favor, yeah.
Yeah.
Very cute. Very wholesome.
Not as good, but
As you touch Terra's skin, you feel the heat underneath your hands. The thing is, you can still continue to heal her, but you will feel the same heat that she does. Would you still do that?
Yep.
Okay. You will take... I fucking closed the thing that I wanted. You take 14 fire damage as you heal
If
her.
someone was to heal G, would they also
The fire doesn't spread to G, so if you did choose to heal G from the damage that she took from healing,
I'm gonna
You would
do
be
healing
fine.
word.
I love that for you.
It's like
Oh
the
my
thing
God.
where you touch an electric fence and you hold someone's hand and they get zapped instead. It's just like,
Literally.
pass it on.
that is good gravy. That is a 6. 6 for you back. There you go. Hope you liked those words.
Eludere as well, you're kind of having thrown out the heart to the side of you.
She's probably just like turned back and is just watching, very sweet, just like, I will sacrifice my well-being to heal my partner, and then like, I've got you, bestie, I'll heal you in return. And Eludere's just like shaking blood and gore like off her arm. She's like, does anyone else have like some kind of blade? Can we start cutting this open maybe? And just like probably like just gets to just like cutting it open.
So Terra, you still have control of the creature as well.
Yes, I do. Would detect magic, would that do it? Because it says the spell can penetrate most barriers, but it is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood or dirt. Doesn't say anything about flesh.
I think you'd be fine. There is also a huge heart-sized hole in the side of it now.
I also, this isn't Terra, this is just for me. I would like to make the big ambiguous cat dab just once.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's
I
just
understand that.
that's just for me. But
Cat
yeah,
sits up on his hind legs, does a little dab.
But yeah, I would just to get an idea of like whereabouts along the worm we should be looking for.
You see that it is a point not too far away, or the creature will go over and hint to you because you can't see it. Actually, no, you can't because you're joined to it. You can see what the creature sees, and you see that the item is only a few feet further down from where Eludere is. That seems to be where it is in its digestion. So you know that if Eludere just moves a little bit further down, you basically cut it open and it's out there. And this is a terrible mistake to make this a thing.
Nah,
But it's
feel like-
fine.
that's fine. Terra will point, but then probably like kind of forgetting. I think then this like the ambiguous cat points at the same time. So
Yeah.
that way.
Like Eludere has to duck as the cat paw, like, hey! Eludere will like shuffle down and just start like
So yeah,
through the
you make very
happens.
short work of it, and once like you do also see that it's like a harder part to the creature because it's where it's taken something in. You see that 3 bodies come out as well.
Oh god.
3 of
Hey.
them, all in those same quick shade outfits that you had seen from last time.
Damn.
And yeah, turns out they didn't have a great time when they had gone adventuring. It's great. But the important thing is you see emerge from the pile of the people and such, you see attached to the side of one of the men. A man, of course. Of course it is. Who else would have the audacity? Sorry. Attached to his side with a haphazard tie, you see the sheath of your family's sword. You see the handle of your family's sword. You also see across that sheath is a red hand on the front that's been graffitied onto the top of it. And you see that it is like, it almost looks like it's glued closed. Like this thing just refuses to be opened right now. But you see that it's just covered in basically the equivalent of like permanent marker and paint over the top just to make these like strange symbols and all that kind of thing. Clearly not in good use. And you pick it up kind of covered in like the bile and general grossness that would have come out of the creature's stomach. And you feel its familiar weight in your hands. What do you do with it?
I think definitely for a moment. At first with the body, it was just like, hey, not gonna ruin my day. Just like pulling out the first ones. She's visibly, to like anyone that can see her face that's looking at her, not happy that it has been tampered with. But immensely relieved that she at least has it and can hopefully reverse whatever this weird stuff is. But she would turn and she would just like hold it up in its scabbard and wave to G and just say like, yeah, see, kill the worm. Actually was pretty straightforward, funnily enough.
I think G's just gonna ignore that.
They're
Yeah,
too busy
Eludere's
having
like-
a cute bonding moment.
Eludere, half of her body covered in blood and gore. She's like, you don't even stress, fam. It was actually really simple. We just need your hot girlfriend just needed to take control of an ambiguous cat, and we just needed to beat the shit out of it.
For sure. There is another thing that you notice about the man who was holding it. You see that there are a series of marks across his arms and across his face of poor swordsmanship, essentially. These are the kinds of marks that you get from playing with a weapon that is too sharp for you and too good for you, very clearly upon their body. just from, trying to use it regularly and just limbs and arms are in the way. Clearly, for whatever purposes he was using it for, the sword decided to fight back in its own way. Now, is there anything else anyone is burning to do right now? Or shall we go?
Was the man who had it one of the quick shades, or was he just like another guy?
He was a quick shade.
Okay. Can Eludere unsheath it? That's like, because has it been like magically sealed? Because old mate ambiguous cat does have dispel magic. We need to cheeky use one of those. Remove curse, anything like that.
Yeah, I think she was trying, and I was just saying, like, she couldn't get it unsheathed with whatever the graffiti was.
I didn't necessarily read it like that, but if you do expressly want to actually attempt to open it, it doesn't open. But it is not the graffiti that is holding it closed.
Okay.
It is definitely covering that bit, though. Like, it's definitely there.
I mean, they're not my spell slots, so can I try remove curse
You can.
with the ambiguous cat?
You can.
Okay. Doesn't do anything.
The cat, I guess, not you, moves over. And it looks to the sword that's in Eludere's hand. As Eludere, you offer it to it. And the creature just reaches out with one paw and begins to cast a spell. You see the spell begins to take effect on the sword. And as you're watching it, looking to see if there is any kind of notion that it was successful, you see the small amount of whatever it was that was at the top of the sheath melt away into this black goop that falls to the floor. Only a small pile, but enough that it had worked as some kind of glue adhesive to the top that had kept it closed. And then you're able to take it out.
Yeah, I think she almost has a level of hesitancy now that she is able, like, she knows, like, it's like, oh, yeah, it's, I can't take it out of the sheath. She will pause, but then she will try and pull it fully out of its sheath.
All right. And it comes completely out of the sheath. It emerges and you are immediately filled with the memories that you have of your father carrying this sword. You remember exactly what it was like. You remember everything that you have ever seen. Hang on, what's his name? Sorry, give me a second. Talarain do with this sword. You remember in practices how he would be kind and nice to you by kind of letting you win in a way sometimes, but also being very harsh at others. And remembering the way that this sword was such a symbol for your family and for your success. You see 6 symbols up the side of this sword, each to represent people who have come before. And almost for a moment, you think about it. You think about what you plan on doing with this sword. You want to go home. You want to give it to your sister in order for her to take over what she's doing with the House of Lunalatus. And your gut sinks as a new symbol begins to form on the sword. It slowly forms into the shape of a nightjar? Is that correct? Am I remembering that correctly? Yep, cool, excellent, good to know. Upon the side. And you just staring at the sword in complete and utter disbelief as that side is now etched with that image. and the sword appears sharper and brighter than ever. And that's where we'll leave off for this week. First session back, and we get fancy shit. All right.
I personally think that since tomorrow is a public holiday, we could just keep playing.
Yeah, you
Why
reckon?
not? Let's keep going.
Who needs
Whatever.
Yeah, no one sleeps, right? I don't
Let's
sleep.
sleep.
We're gamers.
I feel very good about the fact that this is our first session back. Good to get back into everything and do some such stuff and whatnot. But yeah, I'm BurrowsRed. I'm the Dungeon Master for tonight. Very, very excited to be back with the book club. Really, really keen. We do this every Tuesday at 7 p.m. Adelaide time until about now, really, actually. A little bit longer than normal, but we're around about here. Firstly, we have Terra, played by Friendoboi.
Hello, I'm Terra, played by Friendoboi. I have a lot of emotions. That was so cool. Oh my god. Yes, I play Terra, the half-elf paladin of vengeance. And guest starred very briefly as Attenborough, the human circle of the moon druid, normally played by the fabulous CarubiChips, who makes all of the lovely music, all the great music. I don't do a lot on the internet, but someday, when my beloved returns from the war, I don't know who my beloved is in this instance. Thanks for hanging out. Yay! Book club, baby! Alright, I haven't got anything else coherent to say. So I'm gonna have some water. Mel.
Hello, I am Maleficent or Mel. I play G. I do a lot of stuff on the internet. You can find out all about it in the panels down below, but I strongly suggest that you don't, because I don't think much of what I do is really worth watching. I'm all over the place, doing a lot of nonsense. I did forget that we had promised that this year we were not going to say anything self-deprecating, and
So for a moment, I'm muting Mel. She doesn't know that she doesn't know that she's muted right now. I'm just here to tell you that despite what she says, she's a great person, very worth seeing, and is completely muted for all of you, so she can't argue otherwise. Please go check out her stuff in the panels. She streams on Tuesdays before this game, and also on Fridays, is currently finishing a playthrough of Far Cry 6, and is also doing a special stream on Thursday because it's a public holiday for us tomorrow. So, sorry, Mel. Anyway, you're back.
I can ban you. I'm a mod. I'm not going to. And by ban you, I mean Burrows, obviously, not you as wisdom saves.
I mean,
I don't think that
you
would
could
work.
try, but I think
You can just unban yourself. But the point being, that was fucking rude. I am going to outro Jimmy, just because Jimmy is not here. And we didn't really intro them. CatRoulette, who plays Friend, who I think is actually not next in the order. I think the next person in the order is supposed to be Addie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next person is supposed to be Addie, but they kind of got a Chips does music. Friend doesn't. Cat does the art for this channel. All of the art that you see all over here, and all of our overlays, and actually not the dog and a mushroom. That was Friendoboi.
Correct.
Most of the art that you see on the channel is by CatRoulette. Fantastic human. Not just saying that because they're my fantastic human. I have a blood claim over them.
True. Also, that is a good point, though. CarubiChips, who plays Attenborough, who isn't here tonight, is actually responsible for our music. You didn't hear the music as you were coming in, but it was during the battle. It's just I chose there not to be music for a dramatic moment. Because sometimes the music is more impactful when it's not there. It's the true thing. Anyway, next up, we have Temi, played by PastelSparkles.
Hi, it's me, PastelSparkles. I play Temi, the Furbolg, Circle of the Moon Druid, and I'm so glad I didn't kill myself and all of my friends under a rock. Oh my god, what an incredible session. Normally on the internet, I do streaming on my channel. Right now, I'm playing Mass Effect 3 until I finish the game. We're right at the end now. And other than that, I exist in places and mostly thirst over, well, anything. Um, and that's me. I'm gonna go now.
And I am Alishiera. I was playing Eludere tonight, who I think that was the first time she's had the how do you want to do this? And it was on 2 gargantuan creatures. So that's pretty fun, coincidentally. One of them was because she almost killed her good close friends by stunning a bird that we found out you fall 500 feet per 6 seconds. So that was great. But I am prepping for a market. Burrows and I will be doing a market. We're doing regular markets, and I do D&D and TTRPG and gaming-inspired jewelry and accessories, such as lovely tomes and familiars and all sorts. So yeah, you can find me as Alishiera on anything. I will definitely launch the proper Twitter for my TTRPG stuff as well at some point.
Perfect. What? Sorry, I've just got a weird spam email. I get them all the time. It's odd. Also this time at night, weird time to send it. Anyway, I am BurrowsRed. I am actually coming back to streaming this week. I am streaming tomorrow, I'm streaming on Friday, and I'm going to be doing art. I have told myself that I want to do a webcomic next year, so I am practicing anatomy, and I'm going to hate myself, but I also figured if I do it live, you all can sit there and be like, wow, she also struggles with this and is looking to get better. See, look, I managed to do it without deprecating myself.
Well, kinda, I don't know. Look at how incredible BurrowsRed is at art. Wow, isn't that incredible? Wow, I can't wait for that webcomic to come out next year. Wow. That's what we're saying.
But yes, I'm trying to get better at stuff, so I'm having everyone come and bully me to continue to do things. So yeah, do that. I also am selling things. I have an Etsy store. You can try suss that out too. I sell D&D stuff. Lots of D&D stuff. Including soon some like initiative trackers and shit. It's gonna be real fun. All right, perfect, excellent. I didn't look up anyone to go raid next, so someone feel like taking over.
That's what
for
you
a
get
minute?
for like opposite bullying me, I suppose.
Yeah, I was too busy being a butt.
Well, I had a very pleasant time. I'm glad I got to kill things with my good close friends.
I'm glad that you killed the thing and G didn't have to get covered in worm blood.
Hey, not gonna ruin her day. What's a little bit of worm blood amongst friends?
Very glad to have not missed again with my ice knife when we
That-
changed that initiative order.
Please never get rid of Ice Knife. I love the spell so much. It's so high risk, high reward.
One day it'll come through for me.
And it will be
Man,
spectacular, I believe.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be magical.
I am making a decision purely because the episode title is called Beyond the Grave, and it's just very metal, and I just appreciate it a lot. There is also another Azar in there, which is very important because Mel plays in another campaign that has an Azar in it, and it's very cool.
I do.
Um,
Actually, well, we're outroing. If you want to see the final episode ever, you should join me on Thursday for the final
Yeah.
episode ever of the Curse of Strahd campaign that I've been playing.
yeah.
Follow me on Twitter and you'll see me go, oh my god, my baby, when we go live.
Also correct. All right, we're gonna go say hello to Leviathan. Sorry, I have a cough that is not going away. It's very annoying. We're gonna go say hello. They're doing their second session. They are doing Beyond the Grave, and it's very spooky, and I like that a lot. Thank you so much for being here. We will be back again next Tuesday. We will also be back on Sunday for more of the Chocolatiers campaign as well. That's what we run on the Wisdom Saves here, Tuesday and Sunday. Now that we have the fully funded Shrunk one-shot, keep your eyes and ears peeled for that announcement when we do the Shrunk one-shot. That is essentially us randomly rolling who gets what characters and trying to recreate the movie Shrek completely from our memory. It's gonna be an absolute blast, but it's absolutely gonna be wild. So can't wait for that. Hopefully,
Don't tell DreamWorks.
I don't get someone with an accent. But, you know, that's fine. Anyway.
I hope you get Shrek.
Shit. All right. Okay. We'll be back. Also, join the Discord if you want to continue the conversation, do cool things, have cool stuff happen. Join us on Twitter. Also, we post a lot of announcements there too. Appreciate your faces. Thank you so much for being here, and we will see you next Tuesday. Bye.